Hello. Fucking hell. How are we doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Awesome. That's better. I'm not sure what went on there. Everything went weird.
Everything went weird.
That's because I'm here.
It must be. It must be. How are we doing, gents? All right. I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, been a while, hasn't it?
You saw me on Sunday.
That was nearly a week ago, Grant. It's nearly a week ago. I've got pains.
Yeah, you're just missing me.
Homeless
Withdrawal
man's
symptoms.
back.
That's what they call it. Oh, homeless man's back.
That is so going to stick for the rest of your life.
It pretty much is, isn't it?
Or until you get a haircut.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not happening.
No.
Homeless man is back. I've got nowhere else to go.
All I can hear is the Henry the Hoover.
Fucking hell.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, you didn't tell me when you go live on StreamYard, you've got to go to YouTube and click monetization on.
Oh, yeah, put your monetization on, mate. Bloody hell, yeah.
Oh,
Make sure you've done all your previous videos as well.
Oh, they're all done. They're all done.
Right,
They're all
Make
there.
that money. Gotta make that
This
money.
week, I've earned £2.42.
Whew.
I ain't even looked at what I've got, actually. I don't know. I don't want to make you upset.
No, make me upset. I don't give a shit.
Let's have a look. YouTube Studio. Oh, Jim Diesel's put his latest video up. I think he's back on the KLV. Analytics, not bad. £146.48. Not bad at all.
Nice.
Yeah. Bit more
Well,
money.
when I get another 1,000 subscribers, I'm taking over Friday night first, and you can do the second.
Well, that's believe it or not, because everyone said to me, "Oh, what do you do with your YouTube money? It goes back into the bike." So that's why it's paid out for the 300 quid drone this week. So I've used my YouTube money to pay for the drone.
Yeah, why not?
Handy. Yeah, why not? Put it back towards the channel.
Exactly, it goes back in. Everything I use goes back into the channel.
Always.
Oh, here we are. Boo's just said, "Who's it?" Said that's enough to get a Freddy Frog.
Feel sorry for the wife. I love it.
Feel sorry for the wife.
No, Boating Biker Bird, if you want to get banned from the channel, that's the fastest way.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Not a fan. Not going to happen. Never. I'm actually doing I'm going to test ride a zero motorcycle.
Oh, BBB, look what you've done. You've kicked him off. You can't go a week, can you, without talking about how much you hate him? I'm going to be
But
so interested if electric bikes really do just become the be all and end all. We're not allowed any petrol. I'm just going to love to see how you cope with that.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and buy a Kia Sportage and set fire to the fucking thing.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
I would.
Not the Kia Sportage, yeah.
I would.
And if you're going to say it correctly. I'm going to tell Red about this.
No, you say it incorrectly. It's actually a Kia Sportage. Right? No, it's a common little Kia.
It's not common at all. Excuse me, my car's a Kia.
Actually, I've got it on video. I was on the roundabout and there was a Kia Sportage, and I said, "Oh look, there's a bike car for Rhythmic. He would love that."
Me,
and I'm going to post that with some really harsh words.
I'll tell you what, you can't beat a Kia. You can't beat a Kia.
You can. You get a hammer and a club and a sledgehammer, and you just set about it, and you can beat it quite severely.
We call my Kia. I've got a Picanto. I bought it off our old MOT.
You have a Picanto?
I've got a Kia Picanto.
No, I did not know this information.
It's a dinky little. They call it. My wife calls it the rolling turd because it's a piece of shit. Yeah. It's a 2005 Kia Picanto. It's done 102,000 miles. I paid 400 quid for it 3 years ago. Every year, so the year before last, it had new discs and pads all the way around, 400 quid. Last year, it had a lower suspension arm and 4 tyres, 400 quid. This year, it went through the MOT without an advisory.
I love it. That's what it's about.
But the thing is, on the flat, it does 65 with your foot to the floor. That is it. It will only do 65. Coming up Brickhill Hill towards
my bike does it in first gear.
it does 55 to 60 flat out up the hill in 5th gear. It will not go any faster. So you can get out and run faster, but
I pull up behind it in my GTR, put my foot on the boot and accelerate.
Start sending over up the hill.
But the thing is, it goes from A to B, and it costs me £10 a week to run the damn thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I have to admit, with my
it cost me that a day to get to work.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The thing is, I use it as a shit wagon. We chuck all the fuel cans in it. I go and pick customers up in it. It does.
Sorry, I've just seen BBBs. I may be able to overtake you on a I love it.
That comment's getting starred. That is comment of the week. Absolutely.
I tell you what, that little car, I treat it like crap, but it keeps going. Phil said to me, he said, "I can't believe that car is still running and you've not killed it yet." And I'm like, "No, it's still going."
No, I have to. I couldn't go as far as a Picanto. No, I've only got the Kia Rio, which is only like the next size one up, but that does have a 6th gear.
Oh, so, mine don't. The one thing is, the only thing that does work on it correctly is the aircon, and it puts out 2 degrees of aircon. It is freezing cold. The aircon is the best bit. We had it running. I had it fired up the other day, and I said to Phil, "Oh God, that's lovely." He went, "What?" Pulled me out the driver's seat and sat in it, and he went, "Oh, your aircon's better than my Land Rover." And he sat in my Kia Picanto for about 20 minutes.
Says it all.
But yeah, it's a great little car. I can't, a crazy day. If you could overtake Rev in reverse, you probably could.
Probably.
I tell you what, I said the next thing I'm going to do, when it starts slowing down, I'm going to cut a square in the floor so I can put my feet down and do the Flintstones mobile.
If you want to buy a decent, I love it. Pop round. Yeah, you're going to sell that Picanto.
Yeah, I'd probably get a couple of £100 for it.
Yeah, a little runaround car. Why not?
Oh, Biker Bird, what a video. It could be matching bikes overtaking Rev.
I was gonna say, because you had you had Matt MT Belly saying as well he was gonna give you a go on the Michigan. He'd give it a go.
He's brilliant.
Oh, Zed. Oh, what's that?
I'm in the process of deleting all my socials. Ooh. I'm hovering over the YouTube button.
No.
Has he been drinking?
Zed, mate, are you all right?
Zed, mate, pop in and have a chat. Let's pop in and have a chat.
Oh, God, this has turned into a therapy session, isn't it? Pop in, we'll have a chat.
It very quickly does. It very quickly does.
God, this is turned into a therapy. Could you imagine going to therapy?
Hang on a minute. We've got to let Cole shut his YouTube off first.
Yeah.
See, I've done it.
Yeah.
Just following up on what you were saying about your Rev's car, if you use that car as the backup vehicle on your ride out, he'll be able to filter after you through when you can get your bike through them gaps, Simon. He'll know
He will be, wouldn't he? Yeah, be able to follow me through.
Rev, what's your wife doing on the weekend? Could she drive the car?
By the time we're on the way home, she'd have only just got there.
Yeah, very true. Bless her.
No, she's.
It'd be funny as well, wouldn't it? It would be funny pulling up at the cafe that we're all going to and saying, "No, I'm here with the bikes, I promise." Just this little kid. I'm one of them.
I can put it on 2 wheels if you want.
You probably could. You could probably pick it up with one hand.
Oh dear, bless.
It's not a bad little car, but it does the job from A to B.
That's all it's about. That's the only reason I've got the Kia Rio. I was debating whilst I was buying the car whether to buy the Kia Rio or to buy a 125. I genuinely considered literally just commuting on a 125 just to save a bit of petrol because, I can't do it online. Cost me, remember, because it cost me fuel money and oil money. So, can't afford both at the moment. Oil's not cheap.
Oh, I love what Boat and Bike has just said. That'd be quite the video. Me, MT, and Rev in his car doing a drag race on the...
I'll tell you what. I'd get everybody who owns a camera to turn up just to get different angles of the race, like Formula One. One of us climbs up a tree. That would be it.
You could do the old dum 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 dum.
And it's lights out, and away they go. Oh wait! Oh, they are going. That's it. Oh dear, a lot to be said. Oh, God. I ain't got my glasses on. I can't read any of these comments. I was going to say, Exeter, you obviously ride a few 125s every now and then. So that must be, I always have thought about it. I've always thought I've got a mate. He doesn't motovlog or anything like that, but he owns, oh God, what is it? It's like a 2011 Yamaha R1. It's his pride and joy. He absolutely loves it. But Monday to Friday, he just goes on this little bashed up YBR 125. You know what I mean? You think, well, it's a means of transport. It's A to B. It's cheap. Why not?
Exactly. Let me see if I've got it on here. I'm sure I've got my car on one of my pictures somewhere. Let me find it.
BBB's onto something there. You can have the drone. That drone you've just paid for can follow the race. It won't move very fast, but the drone will probably do it. And Sadie left that lady.
He'll out drag his car.
Yeah, he's onto something there. Boo Rider, he's pointed that out. As soon as you left, Simon, lady came out of the cafe and went, "Oh, these bikes are very nice."
She was intimidated by the big black thing.
Was she?
Wouldn't come out until then. But did you notice the young lady that was sitting down when she got up and left?
No, what did she do?
She was a number 2. Because that's how many items of clothing she was wearing.
Hold on. Let me just
150 miles per gallon. Can you imagine that? What do you get out of your GTR? Sorry.
I get between 50 and 55.
There you go, Simon.
Oh, look at it.
Look at it.
Look at it in all its glory.
It's the battered little heat.
Definitely needs a go faster stripe on that.
It needs the white stripe down the middle, doesn't it? Like the Ford racing stripe, you know.
I tell you what, I even spent 20 quid and put new wheel trims on it.
Did you go? You didn't go to Halfords and do it, did you?
I did. I went to Halfords and bought it. Yeah.
What a legend! What a fucking legend!
What a legend! Yeah.
What a legend!
It's not a bad little motor, but considering before, where's the beast? Oh
fuck! That's gone everywhere.
Before I had the Kia, my huge one was that one. There you go. So
Sorry.
that was my last one.
Bloody hell! How much was that costing you in fuel though?
That did 26 to the gallon. So it had the same amount of fuel as you would find on a Range Rover. That's a Nissan Pathfinder.
I'll tell you what, I was just reading BBB's comment. Did you see that? 380 miles from set. That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, I'm trying to work out.
I wish I could only dream of that on a 17.
I'm trying to work out in my head. I'm trying to do the maths of how much miles per gallon that is. Depends on what.
That's around 100 miles per gallon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Depends how.
Depends how big the tank is. £17 to fill up.
17 quid to fill up.
17 quid up. That'd be about 3 gallons, no, maybe 2.5, 3 gallons.
That get me. I've got a 21 litre tank, so yeah, I get nothing. I'm sorry, boys, but I'm going to eat now because I haven't had my dinner. So I'm still.
No, go for it. What are you eating? What you got?
Oh, I've got.
What was donated? What did you get?
Oh no, it's like cheap pizza, but it's gonna do, mate. I've got cheap pizza. I've got ginger beer. I'm living my life at the moment.
You know, ginger beer means something else, don't you?
It's not good heart attack food. You shouldn't. Did they not put you on a diet, an exercise regime?
No, because they said no. Because when I was in there, they kept saying how underweight I was, and I was like, "Oh, I feel all right. I'm good. Nah, mate.
Christ, I've just found that. Bloody hell!
You only live once.
That's an old photo. You must remember that, Grant.
Yeah, that is gorgeous, isn't it? I do like the old school.
That was great until that DPD van pulled out in front of it.
Yeah. Oh, the stories.
The stories, yeah. That was a week before the Milton Keynes bike show as well. I was absolutely gutted about that.
Yeah. Threw that down the road, didn't you?
That ended up getting thrown down the road, yeah. Unfortunately.
I'll tell you what, 85 miles per gallon on that NC, that's not bad either. I'll tell you what, the NC...
That's bloody good.
But
it's a Honda at the end of the day. It's going to be really boring.
Have you noticed that? I was literally just about to say, have you noticed the world and his dog has got an NC? Everywhere you go, I see a bike come on the opposite side of the road. I always want to look and see what it is and go, it's an NC. It's almost a bit deflating. Oh, it's another one. You know what I mean? Not for me.
I mean, you buy a Honda bike, you're going to get exactly what it says on the tin. It's going to get you from A to B, and that's it.
Yeah, for me, if the Ford Fiesta was a bike, it'd be a Honda NC 750.
It would be.
So they're not very exciting. No. Not only that,
bloody good is a push, I'd say. Good, I'd say, was a push, but they do what it says on the tin. It's like many, many years ago, I had a Honda NT700, which is the old Deauville, and it basically did what it said on the tin. It would get you from A to B, and it's very low maintenance, and that's all it was. But while you was riding it, there was nothing. You felt nothing.
No.
You love your ST, you love your BMW, you love your GTR. It gives you something. You've got feelings while you're riding. It makes you feel something. Sometimes it's scary. It scares you. Sometimes it does exactly what you think it's going to do, and sometimes it does everything you ask of it. It's the connection with the bike. But when I had the Honda, I never had any connection with it. It was just like it will do that, and that's it. You know. But
Honda they're like that, except they broke the mold with the Fireblade. And
yeah,
they're magnificent bikes.
They made one absolutely nut off crazy go for it bike. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That was it. Yeah,
totally threw the book away when they made that. That was it's so opposite to everything else they make.
I've just seen Crazy Dad's comment about how now I've stole the food.
I'll tell you what, Grant, because you're used to fast vehicles. If I very much doubt if I will get a chance this year, but let's set something up for next year, and let you guys loose on that. There you go. I'll let you loose on that.
Oh,
not riding it. It's got no wheels.
See, I don't know what you mean. You're not riding it. Would you not love to have a go on that?
I'll tell you what. I'm a water sign, and I used to swim semi-professionally. Not going to do it. Not happening.
Not happening.
Because if you come off of that at any kind of speed, you are hitting concrete wearing a fucking wetsuit.
Yeah, I've got a wetsuit, and I've got a safety jacket. But when I actually take it out, I wear a full face helmet. That thing that thing is 1,300, and it's turboed.
Yes.
So it's a Hayabusa built for the water.
It's a Yamaha. It's a Yamaha Wave Runner, but it's 1,300cc and turboed. That goes from literally 0 to 60 in a couple of seconds. You come off at 60, and you are gonna. You're in a world of hurt.
I mean, if you come off at those speeds on water turns to concrete.
It does.
And you're wearing a fucking wetsuit. No, I'm not interested. Sorry.
Think of the great video you could do for your channel.
The great video I could do with my channel of me dying. Yeah, that'll go really great, wouldn't it? Someone post this for me.
We've got a lake at if you go up through Olney and into Wellingborough at the main roundabout, turn left, back onto the dual carriageway and come back. There's a lake just about a mile back, and we go to that lake there. But there was a guy last year. He'd got the Sidhu. His was twin turbo, a damn sight faster than mine. But it was a sit-on one, but it was only a 2-seater. Shot down the lake, come flying back. Realised he'd run out of speed and stepped off the back, and it went straight up and landed in the tree about 20 foot up, and stuck in the tree.
Bloody hell! Was he all right though?
Yeah. It took a crane and a fire engine to get it out of the tree.
Bloody hell! That's crazy, isn't it? That.
And 13.5 grand. And we said to him, "How long have you had it?" "About 5 hours, mate." Yeah.
Oh no! All that money.
All that money.
For so little time of enjoyment.
Exactly.
I'd be well up for that.
Mm. It's good fun. Yeah, good fun.
Come and film you dying.
I'll tell you what,
like have some of that. I want to do that. And people
They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I'm just trying to survive every bit and see how far I can go.
I'm trying to figure out how hitting water at 70 miles an hour is going to make you stronger.
Yeah.
You just break all your bones.
It's good fun. Yeah, boating. If
I broke every bone in my body, but I'm stronger.
It's all good fun. I tell you, I love it. I love having fun on that bike.
I mean, I'll do something dangerous every day. I'll throw my leg over a 1400cc bike that's filled with petrol on top of a hot engine, and I'll filter through traffic. But I mean, that is just no.
God, don't talk to me about hot engines, mate. You've experienced the sprint now. You've experienced that heat.
Yeah, been there.
I've experienced the lackadaisical front brake.
Lack of. There is no front
brake.
Lack of
front brake, yeah.
Who needs brakes?
Well, that's my excuse of why the light was yellow.
Yeah.
I grabbed the front brake, but nothing happened.
I'm amazed you included it. What I thought you were going to do is I thought you were going to show us coming up the slip road, coming up, and then probably just jump a second, just skip out 1 second.
I'll tell you what. I actually watched it, and I intentionally left it unedited because there was bits I was talking, bits I weren't talking. I was doing this, I was doing that, and I thought if I start cutting all the bits that are boring, and then I thought, but I was actually enjoying watching you ride my bike. That's because I do these things for my enjoyment. That's the main thing. And I enjoyed watching my bike go down the road. I commented on how the back box was wavering around, and you was really throwing it into the roundabouts and things. And I enjoyed that. I was a little bit nervous when we first left because I thought, if he drops it, there's a minimum 2 grand's worth of damage it's going to do.
I said to Red later on in the day when we left Blue Rider, we just went for one last coffee somewhere. I said to him, So it's one of those things, isn't it? I said we never really spoke about it before we left the Super Sausage. I went, we just put. I mean, for me, I said it's a lot easier for me. I went, Simon's obviously an older fellow, obviously been riding a lot longer. You trust all these people. I know accidents can happen to anyone at any time. I said, but you just have a bit more trust. I went, but yeah, not only did he, one, have to trust me at the start, two, he then let me in front of him. I said, and I wasn't trying to hang back. I was really trying to see, get a good feel of it. I said, God, I would have been having heart attacks, quite literally, if I'd seen someone leading my GTR across the roundabouts.
Oh, crazy dad! Oh, I love what he's comment.
I mean, such a prick, Eddie.
Oh, I love it.
No, but I mean, it's something. I mean, I've seen somebody ride my bike once before, and I was like, and I thought, do you know what? I trust Grant. He knows how to ride. He's obviously passed his tests and everything else, and the controls aren't different to his.
Not really.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. And I trust you to think that if you start doing something and the bike feels unstable, then you're going to go, actually, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you could effectively say I've passed my test twice because I was one of those at 19. I decided to do my A2, so I was on my A2 license from 19 to 21, and then at 21 I had to do it all over again. Can't say I justify it now, but it's nicer just to be on that sort of bigger CC club when you're younger. But yeah, it's kicking out time. Sorry, he keeps catching me in the comments. My corner of my eye, I just keep catching him there. But yeah, so it's one of those. I think it definitely helps now. But yeah, I said to Red, I said that would have been a lot of trust because you do. I mean, Red and me have obviously been to dealerships, and the minute you tell dealerships, especially, and obviously most guys that are in dealerships are again slightly older, and you tell them your age, a lot of them aren't interested. A lot of them think you're too young, you're too reckless, you're too dangerous. I try, even though I tell, technically, this is my 10th year on the road. I had a 50cc ped at 16. This is the 10th year on the road. So, yeah, I try to think that there's some experience there, but obviously they just see the younger on the, they just see the date of birth on the license plate and think, no. What's this kid dropping?
I get that. I do get it to a certain degree. I do get it. But I mean, what did it for me was when we was getting ready to leave, and I backed my bike round and I pulled it forward, and you and Red weren't ready, and Boo weren't ready, and all the rest of it. And I put my bike on the side stand. I thought, do you know what? This is a perfect opportunity now. I've got my bike ready to leave. It's pointing the right way. He's not got to back it up or anything. If you want to go, you can have a go. And that's why I walked up to you and went, there you go, she's ready.
I love it. Yeah, I honestly, I said it now. I said it to Red. I was like, it takes you. I went, but it's too good. Because obviously, when you are sort of my age and I do a lot of stuff like this. A lot of my biking connections are a lot older than me. I mean, people actually even forget that even Red, there's, 7 or 8 years between me and Red as well. So, sometimes I watch some reviews and I hear all these stories of bikes that people have rode, but I wasn't around at those times. I haven't seen these bikes. I haven't got that massive riding experience. Back in the day, we didn't get to ride bikes just for the crack of it on a field and smash it up to pieces and stuff like this, learn the hard way sort of thing. But there's too much rules and regulation. They try and stop you from riding as much as I think. I honestly look at stuff like the A2 and I think, yeah, it has its benefits, but also I do think it's to discourage, because if you don't do the A2, you have to wait until you're 24. Yeah. By that time, people would have already bought a car and got you so used to that very basic.
And you got a mortgage, you got a family, you got a wife, and you got babies, and
everything is there. I think to discourage motorcycling now. Also, it's it used to be a lot cheaper, whereas now it's only the 125s. I think the minute you start getting into bigger engines, you're basically paying car prices now. Do you know what I mean? For like the new.
I'll tell you what you're talking about now, and with some older bikers and the way we did it, would make a brilliant Wolf Tables episode for season 2.
It would, no, genuinely, and that was kind of the thing. I mean, if you ever rewatch episode 1, the whole reason we started doing it was because I can bore people for ages with like stories that my granddad tells me my granddad was around mods versus rockers. You know, he remembers being down at Brighton Beach. He remembers.
I used to go there with him. Yeah.
You probably did. You probably did. He remembers all of that. I've got grey and white. I've got like black and white photos of my granddad next to his bike with his leather jackets on and stuff like that, and no helmets down Bletchley Street, High Street. You know what I mean? Just no care in the world. And I think I grew up always thinking this biker is a rebellious image, but I loved that. It was kind of against the norms of everyday life. But like you say, it's not that way anymore. Obviously, there are now many more regulations and rules and stuff like this. But yeah, it's just like you say, different, totally different now.
I mean, I grew up. I started my biking in the 80s, and it was mods and casuals and all sorts of mods and skins and all that sort of business then.
Yeah.
And I chose the mod side of things.
Okay.
I mean, 1985, I got my first Vespa, little
Awesome.
50cc geared Vespa, and that was my biking story, and that's where it started. And, you know, how we used to do things then, I think worked. But then but because there was so many deaths, this is why they brought in all these new rules and regulations.
The CBT, the A2.
I get that. I mean, my first test was, can you stop here in this square, do a U-turn, do an emergency stop? Yeah, you're all right. Go on, off you go.
That's true.
And it was the examiner then as well. If he liked you, then you'd get through with not doing it properly. If he didn't like you, he was going to fail you. And I'll tell you what, there's very small percentage of failures back then. You had to literally crash your bike before you got failed.
This is what I really like, especially for like older people who haven't, I don't know whether they still love motorcycling, but they don't need to know about the rules and regulation regarding the license anymore because they've got their license. Once you've got your license, you don't really care. But especially up the Super Sausage, Ace Cafe, when I've told some of the older fellas how much testing I've had to do to get the license, they're like, really? It's that much money? Because it costs a bomb as well each time to do it, you know.
Minimum £900, I think it is now.
£900 for your A2 and then another £900 for your A. It doesn't matter that you've had that experience on the A2, you still got to pass mod 1 and mod 2 again. And yeah, it's just, I think like they have the same opinion as you. They understand why it's in place because obviously of the amount of deaths that occurred. But then obviously we still have that thing at the moment where I don't know, your opinion might be different, but I honestly don't think the CBT does much. I think it teaches the bare basics of how to ride, like turn the key, press the button, put it in gear, move. But I really think it needs to be a little bit more in depth just to get them ready for what like later testing would be.
I mean, I used to do instructing, and when you're doing a CBT instruction, there's all the off-road. There's half a day, 4 hours off-road. And it starts with the controls on the bike because you've got to look upon it as you're showing someone that's never seen a motorbike before in their entire life how a motorbike works. So you go through your clothing, you go through the helmets, you go through the law, you go through the controls of a motorbike, you go through manually moving a motorbike. Can you literally push a 125 down the road and move it left and right? Once you've done that, then you start on teaching people how to control a bike. I think the first 4 hours of that aren't enough. I think you need to go in further. But once you've done that first 4 hours and you've taught them how to change gear and to stop and start and then do a rolling stop-start, which is you pull up to a junction, it's clear, you carry on. You take them on the road. And then once you take them on the road, there's criteria you've got to fill. You've got to do a major to minor. You've got to do a minor to major. You've got to stop at a set of traffic lights. You've got to, or approach a set of traffic lights, negotiate. And there's all these criteria you've got to fill on your CBT ride that say you've got to do this, that, and the other. And then after 8 hours, or it's actually technically 6 hours, because if you're doing a session of 4, it's a 2-hour ride you've got to do. So it's 4 hours in the morning and a 2-hour ride. Once you've done that, you get a CBT. I don't think you've done enough. I really don't think you've done enough.
I don't think you've done enough, but I'll tell you what, Exeter's put a good comment there where he says, because the problem with the world nowadays, and it's nice to see something that's simple that encourages new riders. I have to admit, he does have a point there that if it was more complicated, would less people. And when I don't
Absolutely.
know what I don't know what the statistics are. I don't know how many new riders we get every year in the UK, but I don't know whether it's more or less what it was 10 years ago. But
the problem is as well is the motorcycle industry is seen as a leisure industry.
Yeah.
There are people that earn a living every day on the road on motorcycles, but it is still seen as a leisure industry, and it is approached as such. So anything leisure-wise that kills people, they want to make it stricter and safer, and yeah. Cars kill people every day. Cars kill people every day. Lorries kill people every day. They all do, but they don't make it stricter.
No. I think like what MT Belly's put there. You know, the place he did his CBT was like Mod 1 training. It's one of those where I think even if you don't want to replace the CBT, like you want to keep the CBT the way it is, and that's their criteria, I think even they should have like pass criteria, and then they should maybe do stuff that doesn't count towards their pass or fail, but is just extra, mandatory extra that they really have to do to start thinking. Because for me, I would always encourage. I don't know many people, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say, but it's I do know a few people that have done 8 CBTs. They're not like, as in not failed it. They're just getting older and older, and all they're doing is renewing the CBT. Whilst there's nothing wrong with that at all, and to me, 125 riders, L plate riders are still riders. I still nod or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be encouraged. I honestly think you should really always encourage someone to get a license, because of what it gives.
Yeah. I mean, the riding school I used to work for, I'm not going to mention their name because they're a bunch of assholes and they don't operate anymore. But the riding school I worked for, they used to do, once you pass your CBT, you was told, right, okay, we do this course which is called a CBT Plus, which you come out for 4 hours with someone like me, which would teach you roadcraft.
Yeah.
I'm now, but you congratulations, you passed your CBT, you're really good, you can now ride on the road legally. Go out for a day with me or 4 hours with me, and I will teach you the roadcraft, which is what I do for the advanced stuff and everything else. And I would teach you to ride properly, if you like, not CBT standard or less standard, but how to stay alive.
Yeah. Because it's one of those.
Maybe something like that should be more standard. I don't know.
Joe, yeah, I think so, because similar to what you're saying, obviously not in your case, Simon, because I know you use your bike every day for work and then on the weekends for leisure, but most 125 riders are on the road a lot more than people like me. I despite everything, I actually think I have it quite nice because I have the car. When winter comes around, I'll use the car to get to work. I'll still be out on the weekends on the bike, but the bike won't ever see work. There's no need for it. Whereas a lot of these guys that are on 125s, that is their only mode of transport most of the time, and they're on the road a lot. And I think, one, yes, they are learning, hence why the L plate is on the bike, because even though they've only passed the CBT, but they're still, when they're on the road for those 2 years, they are still learning. But it's like work experience. You learn on the job. You're learning whilst you're already out. But I just think, maybe if we did even just that little bit more training at the beginning, they'd go out, just learn that little bit more on-hand experience that you could, and then boom, they'd all want to do it. But it just shouldn't be encouraged, I don't think.
I used to love the CBT Plus days because I used to take them out for a 4-hour ride, and we'd do all sorts of stuff, and I'd take them to a McDonald's the other side of Leighton Buzzard. We'd have a burger and a chat, and I would tell them exactly what they were doing wrong and what they needed to work on and everything else. And in 2 years' time, when they came back to their CBT again, you might as well just wrote the ticket because they were really that good.
This is it. Some of the 125 riders, for me, some of them that I've seen are actually bloody good riders. They know the bike inside and out. They know the roads very well because they're on them all the time, and they're much better riders than the seasonal riders, I suppose. And again, I've got nothing wrong with seasonal riders. If someone doesn't like to ride in the wet and cold, so be it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to call them out. It's their decision. In my opinion, I think they're going to miss out on loads of good biking throughout the winter. It is what it is. It's not for everybody. But the 125 riders that ride rain, wind, snow, tsunami, do you know what I mean? They're out all the time. I have so much respect, and I think they are incredible. But yeah, it's just like you say, the CBT Plus is a good idea. Again, MT Belly's made good points there. It does just sometimes come down to costs. The tests are too expensive. They are way too expensive to do the training, the test, mod 1, mod 2.
I think it was 45 quid for a full license when I did. But
see what I mean? Yeah, it's all changed then. It's all changed. I'm sorry, Crazy. I've got to address it because Crazy Dad just keeps saying that I'm taking things from his house. He's doing my nut.
I know.
Do you keep an eye on the comments every so often? He's just there.
I do. I'm actually hovering over the ban Crazy Dad bike button.
Oh.
All right, Crazy Dad, behave yourself. 600 to do your dash in 2005. Yeah. Well, Hector. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Exit Rider, because when I was 21, well, when I was 19 and 21, I was already at uni. So I actually did my A2 and my A in London. And both cost me the exact same. Both cost me £895. So it was £895 each time. It's just stupid. Like I was lucky because I had the student loan, but I also worked, and so I had the money for it. But it's it really for me does discourage you. Do you know what I mean? Because you think, God, that's a lot of money just to get it, and then you got to buy the bike, and again,
it comes back to it's a leisure industry. It's a leisure industry. Motorcycling is that, and it's been brought that by everything in the day. But,
yeah.
I might have to go and share with my neighbours in a minute.
You tell them, Si. It cost me over £1,000 to pass mine. Oh, you have to do your mod 2 twice. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued. Why'd you have to do it twice?
Mod 2, that's unusual to fail the mod 2. It really is.
I was going to say mod 1. I've heard of people failing, but I don't think I know anyone who failed mod 2. What happened?
Crazy Dad, jump in and tell us. Come on the live. You know you want to.
He probably sped away from the examiner. Probably wheelied it away.
No. I've known people that have lost the examiner and passed their test because they were riding better than the examiner. So,
I'll tell you what,
the examiner hasn't seen them do anything wrong. So what can
very
he?
True.
What can he say?
Very true.
Yeah. Did you do this at that roundabout? Yes. Did you do this? Yes. Okay. Congratulations.
Can you argue with me? Yeah. Can't climb and up at 6.
Oh, bless him.
I'll tell you what, though, he did make a good point. We have done so well. I haven't heard Rev say anything in about 20 minutes, 15, 20
I know,
minutes.
it's been great, hasn't it? We've shut him up again like we did on Wolf Day.
I'm messaging Missing and Flyer here, so...
Oh.
Yeah, tell him he's a cunt from me.
I tell you what, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to back away and go, oh, I'm not getting involved. And then Si comes straight out with it. What a cunt.
I'll tell you what, I mean, the man puts up a video. I mean, I stopped watching him when an old man reading the newspaper. That's what I said earlier.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's sort of like, how far up yourself have you got to be there to a newspaper that I'm subscribed to, you're now going to read to me? I mean, now, come on. And I did send him some comments and never got a reply, and he never responded to anything. So I said, you know what, up yours, I'm off. I don't care how many subscribers you got. I don't care how big your channel is. If you can't acknowledge something from somebody, then bollocks. And I've just heard he's done a review of GTR 2009 version.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find that video. I'm going to send him a message and say, what's the matter? Couldn't you find a Gen 2? But
it is a Gen 2, actually.
2009 will be a Gen 1.
Is it? He reckons it's got KTRC and all that lot on it.
Nah, he's bollocks. He's talking out his arse again.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Because normally, I think the Gen 2...
What year is yours, Brev? What year is yours?
Mine's 2009. Gen
yeah,
2,
there you go.
210 to 11 was Gen 2.
Is that a fail?
Yeah, exactly. So he's talking bollocks. It's a year early.
That's already a down point for the review. The fact that he doesn't actually know what bike he's on.
There you go. Exeter Rider. Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, but Miss Liv.
And Exeter Rider, I've met you, and you are a lovely person. And I've never met Exeter, and he's a cunt. So there you go.
I actually feel really bad. I've not met
TMF. Sorry, not.
I'm
Exeter.
hoping to. I can't remember. I can't remember if he said he was at is it the West Rally or something like that? I'm going to some sort of rally, from what I know. I don't know. Red brought me some tickets, and I don't actually remember what it's called now. I feel really stupid. Everyone talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we'll talk amongst ourselves while Rhythmic plays Pokemon on his phone.
Sure. Southwest Rally. I'm hoping to see him then because I do plan to go. That would be nice.
Southwest Rally. There you go.
Yeah. I'm hoping to. I haven't met barely any of them.
Right. Do not bother meeting TMF. I really say, do not bother meeting him because he's up his own arse and he's really not worth it. If you want to meet a real gent down that neck of the woods, Exeter Ride is your man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big up Exeter Rider.
Well, hopefully we'll go down and meet him this year. So
yeah, I've already met him. So
I've already met him. I've
already met Exeter. Me and Exeter, we're like that. That's me on top.
A bit like me and Lockwood then. All right, okay.
No, I went April time. I went down for a holiday in Cornwall, and I let Exeter know I was going that way, and he said, "Come meet me at the services." So I did, and he bought me and Tracy a coffee, and we had a lovely chat with him, and he's a thoroughly nice chap. So yeah.
So I've heard.
He is, and you will find that out when you meet him. So yeah,
I will. Yeah, the plan is hopefully because a lot of them are going down to. The thing is that it's similar to like Milton Keynes.
Sorry.
Fuck's sake. Net at the male toilets.
Steady.
Yeah, Tracy held our handbag. There you go.
You're too young anyway, Grant.
Oh, too young. I was about to say, normally you don't have to put the disclaimer because of the time, but it's well past my bedtime anyway.
I'll tell you what, I haven't had one going, so... What one shall we use? Actually, we're going to stick that one up. There we go.
Buzzing. Oh, look at that. You got a little sidebar as well. Still buzzing. Absolutely buzzing for Sunday. It's going to be a great day.
I'm looking forward to it so much. I haven't been out in a large group of bikers for such a long time because work's taken one role. My training is doing something else, and every time I try and organise something happens at home, like my son falls off his bike or whatever. So you know, it's something. It's like, yeah, I can get out this Sunday and do a big ride and do a big event, and it's a worthwhile cause. So there you go.
I definitely will do. Yeah, me and Red are planning to go. We've already booked some sort of Airbnb. I say we. I'm not going to lie to you. Out of me and Red, he's the organised one. I merely just tag along. He just does it all. I'm just like, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, that'll be exciting. Rev, you look so focused, mate.
I'm just updating the website. That's all right. Carry on, mate. Carry on. I'm just updating my OnlyFans.
You've upped the subscription cost, have you?
Yeah, it's now 99p. It's gone up from 49p to 99p. Oh.
I had a friend the other day show me this website about weird and fucking typical. What time is it? God, 11:15 comments that we're about to have here. They were showing me this website about selling your feet and how much people will like sell with feet pics and shit. That shit sells for money. I didn't even know that like people bought that stuff, but they really do.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right, weirdos, aren't there out there?
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of I sort of expect crazy dad to be and stuff like that.
Fart in a jar and sell it for like $99 or whatever.
Yeah, fucking mental.
Some people just got absolutely no idea.
Some people have more money than sense, mate.
Definitely.
And some people just perverts.
Right. Simon's one of them. We're talking about people.
Pervert, yeah, definitely.
Definitely. We're talking about people who sell feet pics, mate. Well, or people who buy them.
People that do what?
Feet pics. Hey, look at him.
Feet pics.
No, feet pics. Of your feet. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That'd sell for money. That was a tea. Oh.
I think there was a potato in there.
I'll tell you what, there's two parts of the body I really dislike, and being ex-ambulance service is really weird. One is feet and the other one's eyes.
Oh, I'm going to get so up close to Simon on Sunday and be like, you're right, mate. What are you saying? You go.
I will warn you, I carry a spork, so those eyes will come out. One with a spoon, one with a fork. Yeah. No, Sunday's going to be such a buzz. It really is.
Better. Yeah. Gutted Red can't come.
Yeah, I'm gutted Red can't come, but yeah, he said Sunday, didn't he? Said he might not be able to. So
Well, his bike's got an issue now anyway. So
has it?
Yeah.
It's a Kawasaki. It can't have an issue.
It developed it on the way to All Seasons on Wednesday night.
Oh no! What happened?
It'll be in third gear. We'll be doing whatever. We'll just be like, it's a cruise. We're doing like 40 miles an hour. Third gear, he's at whatever RPMs, really steady. He has to be doing the same RPM for a little bit. Twist the throttle, nothing. Twist it again, nothing. He did it a third time, nothing. So what he did was he pulled in the clutch, revved, the bike revved, then he released the clutch and started the throttle, and it started again. But that was doing it every single time. So every time
sensor needs resetting.
Yeah, I said to him, I think it's like a set. My
CPMS sensor needs resetting. There is a Kawasaki reset you can do by doing so many twists of the throttle and something turn it off and on. But that might fix that. But
I know. I just wanted to say, Crazy Dad, thank you so much for the food, mate. I've eaten that. Really appreciate it. You know, always handy to have a house to come and burgle.
Don't forget to leave the lights on to burn all his electric. It costs a fortune nowadays.
He put, did he? Though he's into feet pics and leaky triumphs. So I'm your man.
Wow. Feet pic, really?
What man? And have a shower. And have a shower in, yeah, good point. Forgot about that.
Have a shower, yeah.
Don't
forget, turn the heating up full on your way out.
Well, I'll tell you what, this cost of living crisis, it don't matter to me. It don't matter if you use someone else's house.
Cheers, Exeter.
Good lad. I'm buzzing for that. I'm going to remind him of that on Sunday. Go on. Where is it?
Can't beat you. Excellent.
Although it wouldn't matter, would it? Because Rev's already said he's getting the breakfast on Sunday.
Why is that? He's already paying for the breakfast, doesn't he?
I know. Exactly.
On egg, sausage, bacon, beans, black pudding, fried.
I'll tell you what. I am. What is it? I am thinking. How many like the McMuffins can we push it to?
As many as you want. As many as you want.
Oh, I love that.
Rolly, how you doing, buddy?
As much as I can get out of a tenner, put it that way.
As much as I can get out of a tenner.
You better have a few tenors, because now you've offered this on 2 live streams, you're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, BBB even said that she's coming just for the breakfast.
That's fine. Yeah. As long as it's our group, I'm not buying for Bikers MK. But
I'll tell you what, Biking Boaterbird's going to come down in a bikini and see how many breakfasts she can get.
I'm up for that. She can have a couple of baps.
I might give her one. Breakfast.
Yeah.
Don't know where your mind was. Breakfast.
Excuse me. I'm too young for this talk. So
Oh yeah, I've got the 18 disclaimer up. Can I see your ID, please, sir?
Yeah, Rev, you might need to ask the wife for extra pocket money. Now I sold the quack, so I made $3,000 out of the quack. So.
Oh, did you sell the Ninja in the end?
Yeah,
Not only is breakfast on Rev, he's going to fill everybody's tank up too.
Oh, Rev, you absolute legend.
Yeah.
And a special 3 litre of oil just for rhythmic.
Just for rhythmic, yeah. The bike's off to Cornwall, mate.
Oh, no way. Second lease of
And
life.
the West Country.
It's going down to a collector in Cornwall that wants to own an original ZX7. So he's over the moon, because I was saying to Simon, I did the MOT test on it earlier. The only thing it failed, I've got an inconsistent near side rear indicator. It's on, then off, then on. But it's not.
Yeah, don't indicators do that? Go on, then off, then on, then off.
This one's like on, then it goes off, then it comes on, then it don't do fuck all. So I phoned him up and said to him, I said, not happy. I said, the indicators are playing. Oh, don't worry about it. I said, can't test it, because in the MOT test, your indicators have got to work permanently. And he went, oh, what are you doing about it? I said, paying it out of my own pocket. I ordered 4 original ZX7R Kawasaki indicators, and I put them on today. So
wow.
26 quid for a set of indicators. He's well happy. So, but that's just me being fussy again. So, because even Phil said to me, he said, oh, it's probably bad connection on the bulb. And I went, no, I'm just going to change them up. You bastard.
Rev's going to have to reprogram his sat nav for Sunday, isn't he?
It's already in there, mate. It's already in there.
I'm getting worried about Rev's. I'm getting worried about his GTR leaving this sort of Buckinghamshire area. To be honest, going down to the top.
It's going to go no.
What's going to happen? I'll tell you what. He's going to go to Hotcliffe, and just as he's like getting on the A5 leaving it, it's going to do a U-turn for him. Just like, no, we're going the wrong way.
Feel like the dog.
This is south. We need to go north.
North. Oh no!
Fucking brilliant.
That's all the fun of Tom. At the next junction, do a U-turn. Fuck off.
The super sausage is not this way. You're going the wrong way.
Have a good bite program in super sausage and just see what this sat nav says.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if Rev got to McDonald's in Hotcliffe on Sunday morning and said, oh, I've just popped up the super sausage in it, because you love going up there regardless of how early it is.
Anybody want a sausage roll? I've got one in the pannier.
I've got one in the pannier. I've been up there. I've come back down. Bless him.
Oh, fun times.
Bacon butty, anybody?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to. My plan was to get to Hotcliffe for about 8 o'clock, but
it's going to have to be earlier now, isn't it?
It's going to have to be earlier, and I'll tell you what.
Even I'm planning on getting there earlier just for a free break.
I absolutely hate waking up early. I'm the one of the worst morning people in the world. I'm not good at it at all, but we'll see what we can do. I'll set many alarm clocks. I'm not sure what our plan is. We've got this B&B for a night, so I think we're definitely there for 2 days. Because we're not camping. We're just... Wait, what was it? His way home, or remove his home sex?
Oh, love it.
He's going to be getting withdrawal symptoms when we're at this other cafe. He's just going to be looking around going, well, this ain't the super sausage. They don't do what.
Where's the pit stop? Where's the pit
stop? Chris. Go on.
I parked my bike.
I wouldn't be shouting Chris. I might be shouting Gail. I wouldn't be shouting Chris.
Where's the Kawasaki corner?
Get out of the way. I always park in front. What's the fucking garage to park in front of?
I literally. Well, I think one of the first times, it must have either been probably the second or third time I ever met you, Rev, was I went to the Super Sausage, and there was loads of bikes lined up. I didn't get a look of them, but I almost parked my bike there, and Rev came up to me and went, "Oh, this is Kawasaki corner. This is." I was just fucking off.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, hey, you young oik in your Triumph, fuck off."
Fuck off.
Kawasaki Corner by the garage.
By the garage. The area where it says, please do not park here.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever looked at this.
They need a sign reserved for Rev.
Literally up there every week.
I'm sure if
They
you
will
speak to Chris, he'll do one. But
Yeah.
He probably would. Oh, he definitely would.
Reserved for Rev and Simon.
Literally.
I don't want a reserved parking space at the Super Sausage. That means I'll go there more than once a month. So
You do go there more than once a month, do you not?
no, actually, I went there last weekend, and the time before that I was there was about 3 months ago. So.
Oh, is it?
If found, please return to suicide.
That's got to be something we got to get printed. That's
to.
got to be something.
We got to. Someone start looking at links now.
Right, hang on. Let me jump on my t-shirt company.
I was about to say, yeah, you print this stuff anyway, don't you, Rev? So
Yeah.
that's it. Get that done.
Rev Bob on the front. If
I
found,
tell you
return
what,
to suicide.
You want to get that on your shop as well. You'll be a good seller.
Yeah.
That.
Right,
I mean,
that's not,
They should have it. They should have it on the front door of Eclipse. Yeah, they should have it on the front door of Eclipse. Oh, has anyone seen Rev? If found.
right, hang on. Give me 2 minutes.
Have you seen this man? And it's just a picture of the bacon bat.
Hang on. If found, return to Super
And he's put on some shorts, really. Stunning.
Sausage Cafe.
Are you feeling chilly around the legs now?
Not feeling chilly, no, but I keep going to like stand up and
That's
go
it.
put something in the bin, and I'm like, oh, I'm not very dressed.
How fucking much?
How much?
Hang on. Oh, because it's a new. You get charged a bloody print fee when you change your logos.
BBB's got a point there, Rev. When you really should talk to Super Sausage about some
They do.
sponsors.
They sponsor me now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Get them to pay for it.
I get me bacon rolls for free, mate.
Go. You should get them to do.
Well, the next time the motor vlogger's up there, there's 14 of us, and we all want a bacon roll.
Yeah.
Only me.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go up to them here. It's all right. I know Rev. He runs the place.
Right. 4 of those.
I know Rev owns the car park.
He owns the car park.
There we go. And 4. Right. You've got a new T-shirt coming, Grant.
Yeah. Love it.
It's got Rev Bob on the front, and on the back, if found, return to Super Sausage.
Return to Super Sausage. I fucking love it.
I'm gonna get one printed up that says, "I'm a homeless man just out of nappies." Simon GTR 1400 says so.
Don't leave your houses unlocked. I will
That's
come.
not bad. 24 quid.
Yeah, I'll come and eat all your food.
Right,
Eat all your
order
food, have a shower.
24 quid.
Look at that ain't bad at all.
That's what, six quid a shirt.
Oh,
Well, your 160 quid you made on fucking YouTube this month, you can do it.
that's not a bad bit of revenue as well, either.
Right, there we go. A bit of advertising. He's going to love that next week when we all turn up with one of those.
All turn up like, yeah, look at this. You're buzzing.
Oh, brilliant. Done. Right, that's ordered.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, watch out for my oil spill.
Who the fuck said that? For fuck's sake. Fuck you.
If lost, please follow the oil spill back to where I
if lost,
started.
please follow. Yeah.
No, what you want to put is
Thank you, BBB.
No, this leaks, and I'm not talking about the bike.
I'm gonna get Simon one. It's just gonna be black and white striped prison inmate uniform, bright orange coats or whatever it is.
Fuck with me, I will cut you. Want to be shanked?
Yeah.
Want to be my jail partner?
Well, can we just say hello to the man standing upside down?
Oh,
There you go, guys.
what a fitting!
That's brilliant.
How much did those cost you?
That's not an A cup. That's not impressive.
Oh, look, it has to do, you know.
Evening, Rolly.
How are you?
I'm
Peter?
really fucked on this video now, and I'm supposed to be monetized now. That's me bollocks.
Yeah. Fuck everywhere.
Well, I reckon sex sells.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. How you doing, Rolly?
Not bad, not bad. As you can see, I'm keeping in shape.
Yep.
There's
I'm impressed.
There's a couple of things I won't mention, though.
There we go. He said operation went well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So not bad for a 60-year-old guy.
Fuck.
So how is everybody?
Good.
And I'll just do a quick change. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, disappointing.
Rolly, you lost your looks.
I know. Hang on. Well, if you like, I can bring it back up.
Please do.
I knew he was a pervert. I knew it.
I am.
Yeah,
I
it's
go
not even-
and sit
not
outside
even
my
a
work
closet
on lunchtime, and I rate girls on 1, 2, or 3, and that depends on how many garments they're wearing.
Oh God! So I now get your comment about why the lady at the coffee shop on Sunday was a 2.
Yes,
I get it now. I'm in the game.
dress, underwear, nothing else. Yep.
I'm in the game. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You don't count on shoes or socks. There you go.
Tie bride.
Only if he's tucked properly. There you go.
3. Only if he's tucked properly. Push it all in.
I just really trying to promote my new logo.
Is it tits?
No. But
I'm
very
hoping it's
close.
tits. It's not.
Tits would.
You're not going to get my attention. Sorry.
It would sell. It would sell a lot more.
No,
Wow.
no, there you go. There you go. So there'll be t-shirts, cups, socks, you name it, all of that.
Socks.
Yeah.
God, advertise everywhere you can.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's winter over there, Rolly, but you got too much time on your hands. You really have.
You really need to get out more. Go for a ride or something.
No, it's okay. It's always a bit of fun.
Oh, bless.
Hang on, where am I? Oh, my camera's playing up here.
Always need that merchandise. The only thing I've got is coasters. Really do need to look into boxer shorts.
And you got to paint red for them. Yeah.
Oh God, red makes all my stuff. I think I said it earlier on some comment. Red was my bitch or something. I don't know where I wrote that. Has someone
there you go. There you go.
Fucking hell.
I don't even want to know what that is. I really don't.
It's a big twin.
Carl's got the glasses on just to have a closer, in-depth look.
I'm trying to see what it says. What's it say?
What does it say? Yeah, what does it? I can't read it.
Oh, hang on, guys.
Hang on.
Keep
I've
the
got-
throb.
I've got some glasses. Hang on. Maybe that might help.
Keep the problem. Oh, fill the throb.
That says feel the throb of the V-twin. There we rock and roll. I'm sorry, I'm too young. You're going to have to describe to me what's in the photo.
Well, probably the best way I could put it would be go to the loo and drop your drawers and have a look.
He's Australian. He will do it.
Oh, they're in the printing press now.
The printing press. What did BBB says? Has rhythmic broken into your place too? Yeah, I'd tell you what. Yeah, that'd be a shout. Break into Exeter Riders.
Hey, imagine a whole heap of people around the world wearing that.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's it. You can't do one for a 4-cylinder, but you can definitely do one for a V-twin.
All the time.
If it was a 4-cylinder, it'd be some kind of mutant.
In the context of the conversation, you're talking about a big twin. It's wrong for me to say I like an inline 4.
Yeah. I'm also intrigued. I'm also intrigued to know where I stand because I own a 3-cylinder Triumph. So where does that leave me?
You got a triple, so that's that's like you need to go see a doctor and get an examination.
I'd have to do a meat and veg one on that.
A meat and veg.
Yep.
The fucking even Exeter Riders on this bullshit oil thing. Look at it. It's like the police to trace the oil from
I'm sorry, Rhythmic. I started something there and it's just exploded.
We will have everybody know that the Triumph Sprint passed the MOT. First time, no advisories. Simon even met the bloke who did the MOT. He said, perfect.
And his guide dog. Yes.
And his guide dog. And there is nothing, there is nothing wrong with it.
What was his name?
And apparently the bloke does take bribes.
He does take bribes, yep. Listen, I just said it passed an MOT, but an MOT pass is MOT pass, regardless of whether there was 20 quid in his glasses. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? An MOT pass is there.
Should have bought it.
Regardless whether or not he had wonky eyes and was looking at another bike at the time.
Rev, I'll tell you now, I certainly wouldn't have brought it to you after hearing about how many advisories you put on your fucking bike. Dreaded, God knows how many you'd have put on mine. You'd have fucking gone, oh, it doesn't even look the right shade of blue.
I am very fussy about it. Was just the fact that it was my bike, so I stuck 10 advisories on it, but that was it.
20 notes
I got rid of them all. So it was.
Sorry, what?
What?
10 advisories on your own bike.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And he says I should have brought it to him.
No, that was pre-MOT. It wasn't before I did the test. That was pre-MOT, and I stuck 10 advisories on it.
He wiped his
front pads close to limit. I still had 2 to 3 mil.
Lipstick, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So rear tyre squared.
Can you MOT your own vehicle now? Because you never used to be able to MOT your own vehicle, could you?
That is
No, you can, but I'm just fussy and anal about what I do.
Probably the new law now, though. You can't because you put 10 advisories on it.
They should have to be MOT'd.
Yeah, I took them all off though. They all went. Every single one of them went. So
what
age do they have to be MOT'd?
3 years old.
It was all 3 years old, but it was all minor stuff. So it was front pads close to limit. I had 2 to 3 mil. I still had loads of pad on there, but I just advised it that I wanted my pads changed. Rear tyres squared off. Oh God, what was there?
Rear tyre, not the rear tyre.
Yeah, the rear tyre squared off. Front. Oh, what was it? I can't remember now. Oh, bloody hell. There was just loads of little picky things that I found. Things like fairing bolts missing. All little picky stuff, but it's not stuff that it fails the MOT. It was just stuff that I knew that I'd got on that form that I could just work my way down the form. Right, that's got to be done. That's got to be done. That's got to be done. Get it back up to 100%. So it was all just little silly things for me.
Squared off rear tyre.
Yeah.
That's something you'd find in America.
Yeah, it was literally I had loads of curve in the middle, but the edges were like vertical.
Oh yeah.
But when we pulled the rear tyre off, because I put a Pirelli Angel GT2 on it, when we actually took the rear tyre off, whoever had it before it came to the garage and put an Avon Storm on it, standard bike tyre, the GTs have to have a reinforced sidewall. So basically, the rim was going that way, the tyre was going that way.
Yeah, it would handle beautifully.
Yeah, it would handle beautifully.
What you wanted to do is you just wanted to be like Dave, the sidecar dog, because he's just put he's just put a car square tire on his bike and sidecar. But you can understand that because he never leans it over. But yeah, squared off rear tire, that must have felt like a dream to ride on.
Crazy's just said, he said that badly looked after bike. No, it was just minor, silly little things like fairing bolt missing left-hand side, panel bolt missing right-hand side, all little stupid things. And it's stuff that would not fail the MOT, but I put them on there for me so I could work my way down the list. And it was a pre-MOT, so it wasn't actually a logged-on MOT. It was a pre-MOT. So it was just stuff that I could print off, do my pre-MOT, basically like when you go in and do a test MOT.
Yeah.
So it was basically a test MOT. I'd done all my advisories, printed it off. That's my test. But they were advisories. It was nothing to the bike failed the MOT. It was just stuff that I wanted done, and I knew I could work my way down the list, tick them off. Right, I've done that, and that.
It's one of those. I mean, you said to me when we filmed the Wolf Tales episode that you can genuinely see yourself having the bike. Yeah, for the foreseeable, and if it's one of those, if you never plan on getting rid of the bike, or at least just having it until the bike, either you or the bike dies, whichever one happens first, do you know what I mean? Then who gives a fuck?
Boating's just said it everything. That's why I take my bike over to Rev to service. I know it ain't leaving now without being checked thoroughly. I am fussy to the point of OCD.
Which is exactly the reason why I won't ever bring you my Sprint, because I need to get it. I need to get it through the MOT, not you give me a list of 30 things to do.
Yes.
We've all got that mechanic as well. I mean, I use Darren Spears' HBB motorcycle.
HBB.
Because what really sold it for me is when I broke fifth gear on my Kawasaki Versys 1000. And I went into him and said, is there anything I can do? He said, yeah, I can replace that gear. I went, really? Because everybody else is telling me the bike's a write-off because I've broken the gearbox. He went, no, you get me that gear from Kawasaki original parts. It's going to cost you. You get me that gear, I will replace it. And that guy took my bike apart, took the engine out, stripped it down, replaced that fifth gear, put it all back together, and I was back on the road again. I was like, wow, you can do that. And he's like, I love doing this. He said, motorcycle mechanics every day is oil change, filter change, tyre change, MOT, blah, 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 blah. Very rarely do they get a chance to actually I can do some proper bike mechanics.
Some proper work. What was it
and
that you...
He did it, and he replaced the fifth gear for about 500 quid, and they was going to write off a $4,500 bike.
I know. Well, what was it that you guys were doing down at Eclipse a while ago? I think it was on the GTR. You were absolutely dismantling one.
Oh, that was the guy. That was a guy that changed his battery. That was a guy I think he lives up in Toast. He's literally about 500 yards from Super Sausage. He got a 2014 GTR. Changed his battery, but as he put the battery in, the positive terminal touched the frame.
Oh.
And it boom, 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 boom. Took it out, slid it in again, and did it again. Yeah. He just got the battery in, went to start the bike, and the bike would not start. He popped all the fuses, changed all the fuses, but then brought it into us. He said, it's not running. It will not fire up. Phil went in and started drop testing everything. But when we actually phoned Corby Kawasaki and spoke to them, he said, what did he do? He said, what he's done, he's actually earthed the bike and taken out the entire wiring loom and the ECU. 1,400 quid.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's why
you've got
to do maintenance yourself.
Yeah, you've got a rubber slider plate that goes over that positive terminal when you slide that battery in, because there is a very, very fine line between touching the frame with that positive terminal. You've got to have that rubber plate in place.
Yeah. If you don't, it does touch the frame and it will short everything out. Yeah.
But I was speaking to Darren, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, because we've got that Valkyrie sitting in the back of the workshop, and it's hydraulic, so it's thrown the starter cog. It's done what's called Sprag cog for the starter motor. It's basically a Goldwing engine, so it's engine out, gearbox out at the back to change that cog. We spoke to Pete at Holland's, and he said, I can't do anything for at least 3 months. Bugger. You're looking at $2,000. And then I phoned Darren. Darren went, I'm manic as well. Yes, I'll do it. I love doing that, but I can't do it for another 2 months either.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Darren loves all that sort of work. He really does.
That's what I said to Phil.
And I'll tell you what, I can't praise Darren enough because he got a phone call from our son when he had his accident. He got a phone call, and he dropped everything. He shut the garage doors and he went and picked my son's bike up, and he also took my son to hospital when he had his accident. So
Darren is a very
I
good.
I can't praise that man enough. That man has got the biggest heart in the world. He really has.
Yeah, well, he's got to do my fork seals for me, so
He will do.
Yeah.
He will do.
When he's got time.
How is your son going?
How is he? He's had his plaster cast off this week, Tuesday. He's now got Velcro splints on, and he's got exercises and what have you to do.
Right.
The right wrist looks like it's going to heal well. The left wrist looks like it might either need more surgery or it might be permanently deformed. So we've got to wait and see on how everything goes and what they decide. But number one, he's still here. So
Yeah.
number two, he might not be able to work again. He might not be able to ride again, but we don't know yet. So.
Right. How's your weather going over there at the moment?
It's fucking hot.
It's lovely. Don't listen to anything he says. It's lovely. I don't want anyone cursing it. I love it.
This is why this is Friday night with Betty Swallox. Because
I don't mind it at all. In a few months, we're going to be all moaning about how fucking cold it is. So I love it.
What are you calling warm at the moment?
Oh, like low
we hit 33 degrees today.
Low
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Fuck off. It's too hot.
That's when you go out at night. Get the bike happening at night.
Yeah, Exeter loves it as well. Look at that. That's what it's about. We'll all be moaning. I shit you not. I can see it now. We're all going to be at the Super Sausage, and someone's going to come and go, bit nippy, innit? Oh, it pisses you off. Pisses you off because they're the same people that moaned about how hot it was.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it on and go, lovely and cool, isn't it? Look at me. I've got my 2 thermal jackets on. I've got my fucking heated vest on and my base layer.
Look how
fucking much love it.
Look how much fucking effort you got to do.
Super Sausage t-shirt.
And my Super Sausage t-shirt, yeah.
Look how much effort you got to go to though when it's cold to stay warm. But you ain't
you will not find me at the Super Sausage stand. I'll probably be at the H Cafe or the Silver Ball or somewhere where it's a decent
please
ride.
return to Super Sausage Cafe, but only if it's not raining.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's wet, I ain't going. Actually, when it comes to rain, I would say every rider go out in the rain. And for the simple reason, it will teach you what your bike feels like when it's unstable.
Yeah. There we are. Another one for the Super Sausage t-shirt then. If it's wet, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. But no, it's all these riders that come up and they pass their test and everything else, and they go out and they get because they got money, they go and get the latest H2 or whatever. And it's damp today, I'm not going out. Oh, fuck it, go out, because even in on a H2, it will teach you how that bike on how to ride in the wet. It's a different sort of riding. You have to do things differently.
The problem is no one ever buys a H2 or anything like that to keep it forever. They only buy it for a novelty for like 3 years, and then it's going to be replaced by the next biggest, hottest thing. So the last thing they want to do is take it out on the salty, wet, muddy roads of the UK. Because as soon as the winter comes, that's it. The roads are a bit shit. But
look at the what was it? One of the ZX7R videos I did where I do the run down to Super Sausage, and the road it's just starting to rain. The roads are damp, and I go into that stony round. You can see me go inside, but the back end is drifting like a fucker.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Was your back end drifting?" Yeah, but if you know how to trail brake and get a bit of spin on the back end, you can drift that bike left and right. It's all about clutching.
Oh yeah, it converts it into a lot of fun.
Yeah, it turns fun if you start drifting on damp roads. It's great fun, but there's a very thin line between catching it and eye-siding.
Yeah.
Empty belly. The main problem is that he's more unstable than the bike. Well,
yeah, I've seen.
It's something you've got to learn.
We've seen his videos. We've seen some of the the off one.
No, it's something you got to learn. It feels unstable. The bike feels unsteady. It doesn't want to do this. And it doesn't want to do that.
Good tyre for the Michigan. Believe it or not, the Bridgestone Battle Axe BT023s.
Big up the Battle Axes.
Yeah, Battle Axe is a great.
They still
tyre.
they still make the BTO 23s.
Yeah, 023s. They still make them.
I'll tell you what, hang on.
Wow.
I put up a video not too long ago. It actually did quite well. When I did the tyres on my bike, I can't hang on because even I don't fucking know what I had. Yeah, I had I had Bridgestone Battle Axes. Yeah, I had the 32s.
32s, and the next one's up. Yeah.
The 32s are good.
The 32s are good for 600 upwards, but for anything from 125 to 600, 023s.
Really? That's not bad.
There we are. Exeter's got 023s on his 850. Yeah.
Exeter, Exeter knows a good tyre. He knows tyres.
Yeah, BT023 is a great tyre. I had one in. I did what was it? ZX1000 on Wednesday, and I said to him, "What do you want?" He said, "Oh, can I have the S22s?" And I went, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I love the S22s. Great tyre." And then he brought his bike in. Put it this way, he had no tread. There was nothing on the front of the tyre. It was down to ply cords. The rear is exactly the same. And I said to him, Jesus Christ, you've got some wear. How long you had them on the bike? And he went, 9 months. And I went, do you ride hard? He said, I drift and corner hard everywhere.
Yeah.
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 But S22s are a good tyre as well. Pirellis, big bikes, go for the Pirellis. I wouldn't touch an Avon with a barge pole.
No.
Dunlop, the only decent Dunlop is a GPR 300s.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go.
But, I mean, I used to rate the BT tyres. I used to really love them. And I had the 30s and 31s on my Versys 1000. When I got the GTR, it came with a set of Michelins on them. I did not like them because of the profile of the tyre. It's very rounded. I didn't like them. The bike didn't feel like it was tipping in and everything else. And someone said, "I'll get a set of Pirellis STs on that. That'd be nice." And they're a very arched tyre, and the bike tipped in nicely. And I said, "Do you know what? I fucking love these."
Is that the Angel STs?
Yeah.
I like those. Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. They are a very arched tyre.
I did contemplate getting those ahead of the T32s, but I think the one I had on before were Battle Axes. I think they were the older ones, and I got on with them. And one of those, I didn't want to try something I didn't know, but I know a mate who's just put Angel STs on his Bandit 1200, and he's getting on with it. So
yeah. The Angel STs, they're quite an arched tyre. So when you get your tip in, you get your tip in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah,
right. Literally, only a little bit minimum on the road, and then it's more. You're actually on more tire when you're leaning.
Yes,
it almost encourages you to lean better because you're on more. You've got more grip when you're on the side than you ever do upright.
Exactly. Yeah. And I tried a pair of Angel STs on my GTR, and I went, "Do you know what? I love these."
Yeah.
And my mechanic Darren is a Michelin man, and I used to keep buying these Angel STs and sending them to him, and he'd fit them and everything else. He said, "Why did you keep buying these?" I said, "Ride it." And he rode it, and he come back and he went, "Do you know what? That tips in lovely. It feels confident and everything else." I went, "There you go." The Michelin tyre's too rounded for me. It puts more contact on when you're upright than it does when you're tipping.
Yeah.
Whereas the Pirelli is the opposite. There's less contact when you're riding, but when you start tipping, it seems to put more confidence in you. And when you're riding all weathers and in the wet and everything else, it fills me with confidence over the Michelin. So that's why I stick with the Pirellis. And the STs, the GTs, or the GT2s, whatever one it is, they all work exactly the same. But I get the STs because they're cheaper. So. And I'm high mileage, so yeah.
Okay. I've got ST on the front, I've got GT on the back, so good tyre all round.
They are good, and they are a hard touring compound, which meant they're meant to do longevity and the high mileage, and they warm up really quickly.
Yeah,
which is what that's what you want. even in the
At
winter.
the end of the day, it's all what you're using it for, isn't it? If you want to hooting around and you know what I mean, you're going to be doing a bit of fast riding, try and find a good sport tire. But if you are genuinely going to try and get as much mileage as you can from a tire, try and get something more like the ST.
It also goes on the weight of the bike as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's something that not a lot of people take into consideration.
I think that's why they brought out the GT.
Yeah, I got Michelin Sports on mine, and I was advised to get them. Now it holds the road it sticks to the road like glue, but supposedly there will be, say on Simon's Rev's bike, they'd be absolute rubbish. But my bike comes in at 200 kilograms wet, so it's just like glue. You can go around roundabouts. You don't even have to come out of sick gear.
Right, guys, I'm going to jump out because it's midnight here, so I'm up in 5 hours. I shall catch you guys all Sunday.
You're at work tomorrow, are you?
I'm at work. I'm back in at 6 in the morning, mate. I've got a crack.
Right, I've got a little thing here. Shall we all go down to work at tomorrow at Eclipse Motorcycles?
It depends what time, because me and Red are going to On Your Bike in Aylesbury tomorrow morning for their coffee morning. They got a little.
Oh,
I know.
Ooh.
Right, little coffee morning.
Oh,
I would love to.
I didn't get the invite.
Simon.
Yeah, Simon, you're more than welcome if you want to go on your bike. We thought you were a super sausage man.
I don't like the sausage.
I don't like the sausage.
I'm on the spanners all bloody day tomorrow, so it's a long day. I've got about, I think, 9 MOTs to do as well. So, and for 3 different services.
They're not letting you do them, are they?
Yeah. Believe it or not, Phil, in the last 6 months, Phil's done 6 MOTs. I've done 401 today since November. So I've done 401 since November.
Wow.
Yeah. Grant, how many advisories I've got? Wait, let's have a look.
Believe it or not,
that was an MOT done by Rev.
My pass rate is 82%, so it's actually higher than the average.
Really? I was actually shocked about that figure. I thought that sounds low to me.
No, 82% is the national average is 73% pass rate. Mine's 82.
No, it's not 82%, Rev. You misheard them. It's 82.
Right, guys, I'll see you all later. Have yourself a good weekend. I'll catch up with you Sunday. Don't forget breakfast on me. Get to
trust me, you've said it now. I'll be there, don't you worry.
All right, see you
You
later,
got 400 people turning up just for breakfast.
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
Take it easy.
I'll tell you what, he is going to regret that on Sunday morning.
I'll tell you what, by Sunday, 600 people would have watched this live stream.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to get there on Sunday. I'm going to take off my helmet and I'm going to be licking my lips, going, come on, Rev, where are we at?
Where's me fucking breakfast?
Where's me McMuffin?
You need somebody with one of them sandwich boards on. It's on Rev.
Literally.
Breakfast on Rev.
Oh God!
Good night, Excel Rider. Take care, buddy.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go as well. I'm afraid. Put the kids to bed.
Carl, you let me down, man.
Oh,
You're my friend in the north.
My friend in the north.
I know. You make me feel. I feel terrible. You keep on going about all these great meetups you're going on and that. It's too far from me.
You know what? I might as
well live next door to Rowley.
Yeah, it's too far from me.
How far are you, Carl? How far are you from Glasgow?
Yeah. From Glasgow, 3 hours. 3 hours from Glasgow.
No, I ain't gonna work.
No,
it's just I've got 2 nights in Glasgow coming up, so I was gonna say come up and see me, but no.
I've always thought that. I've genuinely always thought that, right? Everybody who comes on to these, like all the Americans and all the Australians that have come on, and then people who live up the north, they must think that we all just literally go to this one place. There's like one place that we
called the Super Sausage.
The Super Sausage, all like fucking stupidest name on the face of the planet.
No, we never think that at all.
Like, yeah, it's a weird little community in Milton Keynes.
I mean, the UK, you could fit into Australia about 20 times, and they're like, well, why don't you live next door?
Roland, why have we never seen you at the Super Sausage? You're slacking, mate. You are slacking.
I know. I couldn't imagine how many times I'd have to fill up the ZX14R to come get there. I mean,
mate, it'd be worth it. I'd pay for the fuel just to see the ZXR 1400.
Do you know what's funny? As he gets closer and closer this side of the world, the fuel's just going to get it's just going to get more and more expensive.
It's going to get dearer and dearer, and he's going to turn around and go, no, fuck that, I'm going back.
It's cheaper back there.
Yeah. Right, guys, well, all you be safe. Look after yourselves. Be safe.
Always.
Grant, I hope for your sake they don't find any oil on that bike over the weekend, because you will never live it down.
I'll never live it down. I'll tell you what.
We're taking some down special to pour underneath it. Don't worry.
I'm going to have a dead-on look at it tomorrow night in the garage with my torch.
I look forward to seeing the videos. And I'll see you later. See you on next live stream anyway. Yeah. See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Carl. Thank you.
Rolling
God bless him. He's a lovely bloke, Carl.
Do you see what I mean? BBB's come at me again. She said about how Roland's fuel bill would be cheaper than my oil bill. The Triumph.
She's got it in for you. She really has.
She does. Yeah, I know, right? Do you know what, Simon? I might help you drill holes in this boat.
Yeah. Yeah, BBB. Yeah, be down at Altcliff. I know where the boat is.
You know where the boat is? Yeah, cool. Solid. I'll follow you then. Just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your boat underwater.
On a serious note, are you which side of Milton Keynes are you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Pennyland, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Other side of
I'm a postman. I know where everything is.
I know where everything. I know exactly where you live. Oh dear. Yes.
We had a guy come in the caller's office and collect a parcel, and he went, I've got a card. I went, yeah, okay. Got any ID? He went, no. I went, well, I can't give you a parcel. He went, mate, I've got no ID. I went, I can't give you a parcel without ID. He said, mate, do you know how far I've come to get here? I went, mate, I work at the post office. I know exactly how far you come.
I know exactly. I know where you've started to where you are now. What a fucking guy. What you should have said is, I know, I did the journey. I did the journey.
I did the journey. Your parcel's back there. Do you want it? Got ID? You got to laugh. You got to laugh. But,
fuck it.
Anyway, we are on strike.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
When from now or like next week?
26th of this month, 31st of this month, and the 8th and 9th of September. So if you expect post on those days, fuck you, we're standing on the gate.
Greedy bastards.
Oh, you a postie, are you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Nah, he's a wanker. Get on a fucking strike. No, it's fair enough.
Not only am I a postie, Rolly, I am a union official.
Oh,
which means he's a bigger wanker than the rest of them.
No, which means I actually know the law and I know regulations.
My comment was going to be he's a wanker who knows his rights.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So what are you going for? More pay?
They screwed us over pay, and now we also have another ballot going because they've screwed us over terms and conditions, where they want to take a minimum of £35 a week off every postal worker and say that's fair.
Oh, best of luck to that idea.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what I thought.
How does your strike work? Do you just sit outside, or are you fucking like chaining yourself to gate, or?
Just don't go to work.
This is what I love about the younger generation. I mean, no disrespect, Rhythmic, no disrespect at all. But the last time Royal Mail took industrial action was 2009.
Okay.
And you would have been how old?
I was still in school.
Exactly.
12.
And that would have affected.
What's funny is you're not too far away. It probably was about 12 or 13. I was like, I can't work it out. Yeah.
And 60% of the people that actually work for the post office or Royal Mail Group have never experienced industrial action because they all joined after 2009.
Yeah.
So some of us at old school are trying to tell the young school, well, when it comes to industrial action, this is what happened. You do not come to work. You stay at home.
Oh, okay.
Do I lose money? Yes, you do. But why am I losing money? Because it's for the better good.
Yeah.
Because if you do not take a stand now, you will lose in the long run.
Yeah.
Now, they're talking about the minimum loss per week is £35, which works out about, I don't know, £1,800 a year. My quick rough math. That's the minimum. And then they want to bring in all these changes, which means your terms and conditions will change, your absence and sick policies will change, your this will change. I'm not going to bore you with all the changes, but actually you're going to be worse off. And Royal Mail say we can't afford to give you a pay rise, yet we've paid £400 million out to shareholders.
Yeah. So I see. So you're angry about where the money's going.
Yeah. The money could have been diverted to shareholders, to in the business, and to better modernizations, better terms, better conditions. It could have been diverted into that, but the what they call the chairman and the board have decided, no, we're going to pay the investors, or they call them investors, but they're the people that own shares. We're going to pay them out 400 million.
What do you guys use for delivery there?
Sorry?
What do you guys use for deliveries there? What do you use? Are you on a push bike, on a motorbike?
They use everything from a walking person, so that's a person that takes a couple of pouches out and walks, to a person who uses HCT, so he's got a little trolley he pushes, to people that use vans. It is that expensive, so yeah.
Not only that, I mean, some of your vans now, some of the Royal Mail vans I've seen are exactly the same as my Highways van. They're the electric Nissans. I couldn't believe it when I saw the Royal Mail use an electric fucking Nissan van.
I couldn't believe it either, but they're using them, and I've tried to set fire to every single one of them, but they won't catch.
Here they use Honda 90s.
Really? That's awesome. Yeah. There, see, that's a postal service.
On the C90.
Oh, I can imagine it's painful, but still.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not just the people that actually go out delivering the mail. There is many people behind that process. There's there's the people in the mail centres that process that mail. So if Rhythmic, you post a letter in MK area, and you go, right, I'm going to send this to Land's End, and it's a letter, and it costs 95p.
Yeah.
You stick it in that letterbox. Now, somebody from a delivery office in the MK area will pick up out of the delivery office. He will take that back to his delivery unit, which it will go in a York with thousands of other letters. It will then be transported by lorry to South Midlands Mail Centre, which is in Northampton, and they will process that letter and they will sort it out to the whichever Cornish postcode it needs to go to. It will go in a separate box and it will head towards there via lorry, and it will go from lorry from there to Bristol, and from Bristol it will go on another lorry which will take it down to that delivery unit that is going to deliver your letter, and they will then receive that at that delivery unit, and they will take that letter and they will put that in that walk or frame, letter frame, and ready to go off to that area, and then it will be collected and taken to that area, and they will deliver it all for 95p. So you could do that Land's End to John the Groat for 95p. It will be delivered the next day. It's a huge network.
Opportunities for it to get lost there.
There's plenty, and
there's plenty.
Out of the 105 billion items we move every day, some get lost. 2% or 1% or whatever it is. They do. They get misdirected. They get missorted.
Yeah. So the guy that delivers mail to the house, he's on foot, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Most of them are.
Yeah, no, here all of them are on a bike.
Yeah.
That's just fucking awesome.
Well, to be fair, Rowley, you got a long way between your houses.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm attached to my neighbour.
Yeah, every house there has a garden, doesn't it? A garden, bit on the side, a sidewalk to get to your garden, your other garden. Yeah, no, fucking none of them have gardens here.
Yeah, I think what's my frontage? About 70 meters.
Sorry, what? 70 meters. Bloody hell. That is decent. That is bloody decent.
Yeah, so I suppose a postie walking, he'd had no bloody legs by the end of the day.
I was about to say, if he's having to walk up to each door, back, get to the next house. Do you know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you not do the American thing where they got a post box at the end of every drive?
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the postie, he just drives, straight down the road basically, and stops at every driveway and pops the mail in the box.
That's decent. I mean, the post worker ain't ever going to do that walk, so you make the homeowner fucking do it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, in America, they've got a policy from the post office. Every house has to have a post box at the end of their drive. Yep. So the delivery postman never actually gets out of his vehicle. He just pulls around.
That's it. Sometimes the postie will come up to the door if he's got a small parcel.
Yeah.
But if it's a big parcel, they just leave a note in the box saying to go to the post office to pick up your parcel.
Yeah. And in America, I know that the fact that all these post boxes at the end of the driveway, if you leave a vehicle parked at the end of that drive and they can't access the post box by pulling up next to it, you get a fine.
No, you wouldn't get a fine here. I mean, that's why they've got the Honda 90s, because they can sort of scoot around trees and bits and pieces where people have got their letterbox not in a great spot. But generally, the vast majority, they're just up by the roadway, probably in by 2 or 3 meters.
Wow.
Next to the footpath.
Yeah.
Because all of our footpaths here are concreted. So the postie rides along the footpath and knocks out all the mobility scooters and, all that sort of stuff.
Fuck it, I'm going to come over there and read pipes. Fuck it, it's got to be easier.
We don't have the little flag things, though. Yeah. The thing that pisses me off is all the junk mail in the box.
Yeah.
Even if you put a sign up, no junk mail, they still shove it in there.
Yeah.
Are they not paid?
I can't speak for Australia, but in this country, they get paid for delivering it. So.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I just said, are they not paid, though, to do that? But they're not.
I would imagine they are, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Forget that. Yeah, there you go, Si. You can move to the other side of the world. Buy a GTR over there or send yours over there. And
Conquer's 1400, yeah.
Yeah, this is it. But then you'd never use it because they'd give you a C90.
Yeah.
Once you got me in that C90, I'll be ruined, wouldn't I? Really.
That'd be it. You'd never get back on a GTR.
What makes you
well,
think I'll deliver mail over here? I ain't gonna deliver it
They
over
really
there.
bring
am I?
them things around though.
Yeah. That's
And
what I'm
they're-
wondering.
for some reason, they're worth crap tons over here. They're worth heaps. They're like a cult bike.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to go, Luke. Back in a minute.
He's got to go.
All right.
Got to go, Luke.
Give it
I
a
don't
good
know.
shake.
This that was the polite way of saying it, isn't it? Oh, I've got to go, Luke. Got to go, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, it's one of those, isn't it? I don't get the C90 craze over there. I watch an Australian motor vlogger, and he said it once. He went to a bike meet, and there was loads of there was like a C90 club. Do you know what I mean? They were next to each other, and they're all thought, oh, okay, nice to see an old legend get loved. Bit of a weird one to follow, but hey ho, whatever floats your boat.
Absolutely. Yeah. 55 mile an hour screamer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to know though that the post office has kept the faith in it. Oh yeah, that's a good bike. Yeah, I'll stick with that one. Don't worry about it. We'll just give all the post. Is there any plans to renew that?
No, they just keep rebuying them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they must be ideal for the job. That's all I can think of. The centrifugal clutch. You know, they just roll up, pop the letter in your box, and just throttle off to the next one. You know, and when they've done their run down the end of your road, they come screaming up, and they've got it maxed out.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way it should be. Postal raggers, just post guys, fucking get in. Because even then, I'm trying to work out how that works. So they obviously when they stop first house on a street, do they keep the bike running or do they cut it?
Yeah. No, that's keep running. It's like they must get the whole street's worth of mail almost in their hand or tucked up under their arm, and they'll pull up to your letterbox, grab it, thumb through. There's 3 in that box. You know, put it back under their arm, go to the next place.
Bloody hell! Forget that. So they don't do massive parcels then?
No. Just only just normal letters. Anything bigger, you can get a small soft pack parcel, probably about 8 inches by about 4 inches.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and they'll just leave a little note in your post box saying go to the post office to pick up your parcel.
Oh, so they won't attempt to deliver it another way. You just have to go and get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck that. I'll tell the Royal Mail to fucking stick it. I'll be like, no chance.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, that is the way we are going.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, it's nothing against the post office, but there's nothing more.
Well, if not, your posties looking like Father Christmas, with this huge stack of boxes and everything.
Yeah, but there's nothing more annoying. I don't know if they it must be the same thing. A little over here, we get these fucking irritating. It's one of my biggest. If anyone could say what's 5 things you hate in the world, one of them would be the red slip from Royal Mail that says
739.
Yeah, sorry, we missed you. No, you didn't fucking knock. That's what happened. You couldn't be asked. You fucking just got to the door. You'd already wrote the note by the time you'd arrived and just slot it through.
That's right, because all your letter boxes or posted at the front door, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all at the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking irritates you.
That's part of the universal service agreement we've got. Is we have to attend every house 6 days a week.
Right. So you open up the little flap and you go, "That's a curry muncher." And then you go to the next one. You go, "This is some sort of Asian person." Yeah, right. I got you. Oh, there's an Italian there. What are you having for tea?
Yeah, what are you having?
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah.
Most of them are done quite early, but the other day I did actually see one leave my street, a Royal Mail van. He left my street about 6:15. I was like, fucking hell, he's working.
He was shagging one of your neighbours. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll get in contact with him.
Oh, yeah. I'll have one.
But that 739 card is quite universal, but the times on it I wouldn't go by. because
hate
all
it,
all collection points are shut on a Monday.
Yeah,
But it says they're open till fucking from 8 till 7 or something. Yeah.
I bet the amount of complaints the Royal Mail get for those fucking
Believe me, I deal with them. And I work at a mail centre where we got a collection point, and I walk out to have my cigarette or whatever, and there's a woman standing there with a red card in her hand. I know exactly what's coming. She says, "Oh, good, I need to get in." I say, "I'm sorry, we're closed."
Yeah.
That's not what it says on your card. Well, have you checked the website? Have you checked the notice on the board just to the side of the door that says we're shut? And she said, "No."
But why does then why? Here's the question. So why does the card say it?
Because they have 1,000,000+ cards that printed with this time on it, and they changed it.
Pay the money, print more cards, bin those ones.
Exactly what I said. I mean, as a union rep, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying print more cards, or get your postman when he gets to drop it off, cross that fucking line out when he's writing the address in.
Yeah, that would do my nutting. I don't think I've ever been caught out that way. I don't think I've ever gone and it's been closed.
I had a lovely chat with a young lady that was rather insistent that she wanted to collect her parcel on Monday this week it was, and and she said, "Well, that's not what it says on the card." I said, "Have you looked at the website or the list over here where it tells you the open time?" She said, "Yes, but that's not what it says on your card." And I said, "Have you contacted Royal Mail to get a alternative delivery date?" She said, "No, because it says you was open today." I said, "Well, we are obviously not. And I cannot go back there and get your parcel because it's all locked." "Why can't you?"
Because it's locked. There you go. You just told them.
"Because it's locked and I do not have the key."
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I should be able to get my parcel. I said, "I agree, you should, but you can't."
But you can't. Done. That's it. Fuck's
And
sake.
she went on and on on to the
I
point
do.
where I'd finished my cup of coffee and I said, "I have to go back to work now." Sorry.
I'm done listening to you.
Well, that was very polite.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, they can talk to you like that. It's one of those. I love a Royal Mail collection office. I don't know. I can't remember where ours is. It's close to like Kingston and Walton, in it. Our collection in Milton Keynes.
Depends which office you come under. What's your postcode?
What is my postcode?
First three.
I don't know what my postcode is actually. Should I know that?
He's homeless. Why would he know?
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about, Si? I don't have a postcode. I live on these streets. What is my postcode? MK15.
15, so you're Brinklow.
Brinklow, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, Brinklow is close to, yeah, that is close to Walton.
You got letters and numbers in your postcode or just numbers?
Letters and numbers.
Letters and numbers.
Mine is MK for Milton Keynes and then 15 because I don't know what. But yeah, and so I love going there. I actually do love going there. I don't like when I get the card, but at least I go, at least I've got a trip to the collection office. I have been in there once. I saw this. It was close to Christmas, so I knew it was going to be great. Oh, this woman, she was smacking the glass with her handbag. She went off on it. I don't know why. I think they refused to just give her a parcel. Maybe she didn't have ID or she couldn't. I think she couldn't prove where she lived. I think that was it. Yeah, you need to prove where your address is. You need to prove that you live there.
Yeah.
And she just went off on it. And it's just funny. They're just a great place to be. Not to work.
Brinklow's a good DO, actually. I know Brinklow. I know a couple of guys over there. And they're a great DO. And they do a lot of the businesses. So they are a 5 day a week DO. When it comes to Saturday, they're like, "Look all this mail. I ain't got to take it out. Fuck off, I'm going home."
Christine MT Belly agree with you there. Hobo Grudge again. Strikes again.
How long have you been doing that for? All your life? Or?
No, last 20 years. So.
20 years.
I started as a postman on processing, which means I don't walk the streets. I work in the mail centre,
Right.
and I am now in 20 years. I am a assistant branch secretary for the CWU, which is the majority union in the post office. I'm on full-time release. I do a bit of SA for overtime, but I mainly deal with union issues relating to the employer.
Fair enough.
I'm also a qualified teacher, and I teach union skills to our new union rep.
Okay.
Before
Well,
that, I spent 10 years working for the ambulance services as a technician. So.
Right.
Massive career change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
What? Yeah. Do you just not fancy the ambulance anymore? For fuck's sake.
I lost a 10-year-old during my career at the ambulance service, and that fucked me up. So
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore. So.
No, that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. All right. If you want to cheer yourself up, just look at BBB's comment there. Fuck you.
Oh, well.
Yep. Cracks fingers. Yep. Sticks out tongue. Doesn't have his postcode. Follows the oil track.
I see you get
Love
paid
you, BBB.
oil for some reason. What's going on with
I am
that?
so looking forward to seeing BBB in a bikini on Sunday.
So what's the deal with his oil? Is he got a bike that leaks like a sieve
I
or
have not
something?
got a bike that leaks oil.
No.
Don't listen to him.
Right, okay. The long story short is Rhythmic Biker has a Triumph, and I claim all Triumphs leak oil.
Right.
His doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I claim it does.
I'll tell you what, though, no, because on the Sprint ST 1050, Triumph Sprint ST 1050.
Only person has ever owned one. Yeah.
No, I'm not the only person. I'll tell you what, no, this is really funny, actually. It's England. Most of the people are England, but then it's Australia. Fuck knows how the bike runs in Australia because they overheat anyway. You know that. You've rode my bike.
They're not very good here.
I can't
It
imagine.
cooked my nuts. Let's put it that way.
It's so funny because on the page on Facebook, you obviously get you've got files. You've got a section for files, and on the files, loads of people who've owned the bike for years and been on this Facebook group since it started have done little how to service the rear hub, how to change the exhaust. They put nice little guides, and there's one down there that has in brackets Australians only, and it's how to make the coolant modification. It's like, I fucking love it. They've had to specifically make one mod just for the Australians, just because the bike would overheat like nuts.
Yeah.
Rev won't want to buy any. Rev will want to buy all the bikes. Yeah, all the breakfast. He doesn't give a shit whether there's bikinis. What's happening here?
I think Simon's falling asleep there.
Simon is, yeah.
No, I'm looking at my phone. Sorry.
You're missing all these digs at my bike leaking oil.
I'm listening. It's Triumph.
what?
I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Do you know what rattles? I wouldn't even mind it. Roland. But my bike. Oh god, I better touch some wood here just to be safe. My bike has never leaked oil.
Yeah.
Touch wood. My bike's had 1,000,001 electrical issues that have stopped it from working, but never a mechanical issue.
That's what Triumphs are sort of known for here. More electrical issues than
They're
wiring.
shit. That's what they're known for here. The electrics. I swear to God, the bike. Old Triumphs were built in England, but the sort of newer ones like mine are built in India. So it puts it off it a little bit. But it's almost like it was built in India, and then just before it's ready to go and they need to put the electrics in, it's like it was shipped to fucking Italy. Because I honestly have no idea what's gone wrong with it. Nothing worked on it. No electric worked on it.
Yeah. Still a nice bike though.
Yeah.
It's not.
You've rode it. It's a good job it's not an electric bike. If it was an electric bike, Simon would love it.
I'll be setting fire to it now.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what, your bike, Grant, honestly, riding it was okay.
Yeah, except for the heat.
I'm going to put it in the okay bracket.
And I'll take the criticism for heat because it is a hot bike. But other than
I
that,
got my fucking nuts and thighs cooked riding it because there was a lot of heat came up under that.
it's because the operator, what do you call it? The optimum running temperature of a normal engine is 90 degrees. But in the manual of my Sprint, it says optimal riding temperature for the engine is 105 degrees. That's where it sits. When it's in the middle, it's at 105, not 90. So it's just so hot. The fan originally, the ECU, because I had my bike remapped, on the ECU, the fan didn't kick in until 130 odd degrees. So I was like, fuck that. Let's bring that right down to 110. Look at your face. I was just like, what the fuck? Because it will reach that. It will reach that when it starts. If you're sitting in traffic, the bike just reaches unimaginable heat. It's crazy.
Simon, can you put his link up? I want to check out his channel because I'm not connected to you. So sorry, my.
Oh, it's all right. I'll tell you what, you're in luck. You're in luck actually, because the video I did today was the review of the Triumph Sprint.
No, okay. There you go.
Stick the link in the private chat. I'll share it.
I'll smash that there. Wait, how do I? Oh, there it is. My link's there. What the fuck am I talking about? When you're looking around going, oh my God, how do I share my own channel?
Oh no, how would you do that? Homeless person rides.
I was about to say, I'll have to steal someone's Wi-Fi as well as their laptop. All right, there we go. I found my channel link. Where's the private chat? Tell you what, all this technology, it's hard when you don't own the channel. When you don't own the laptop. Pile of cables. I tell you what, people have come for my bike tonight, haven't they? My bike's had a lot of stick.
There you go. I've just shoved mine in for you there.
Beautiful, man. I'm gonna have to get rid of this.
During winter, I don't really punch out much. But another month, I'm about to kick back in again.
I was about to say, because your winter's got to be almost over, surely.
Yeah, we've had 2 very weak summers and 2 very long winters.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow him, but I follow a guy called Hachui in Australia, I love Hachui. He's an absolute.
Hachui rides a GTR 1400.
I know I'll tell you what, he's an absolute gent. He is. I've had the privilege of being. I've been on a Skype call with him. He's a really nice guy, but he's he at the moment he rides all year round and stuff like that. So
I mean, I do too, but in winter I can't be bothered getting the cameras out because
it's a lot of work, isn't it? And you're not really. Even though I ride in the winter here, to say I enjoy it would be a stretch. I like being out on the bike, but when you go home and you take off all your gear and you're wet and everything, you just think, did I enjoy it? No. Am I just happy to do it? Yeah, that's probably.
Actually, when you look back on the last few weeks, if someone said, did I enjoy riding home in that rain? I've got to say yes.
Really?
Yeah. It would be such a change. It really would.
At this point, right now, don't get me wrong, I am looking forward to that first time where it becomes cold and when it rains. Not the second time. Second time, that's when it then becomes the normal, and I'm like, oh, this fucking shit.
We're due for heavy rain and shit on Monday and Tuesday.
I know. That's why I'm looking forward to Sunday.
I'm looking forward to watching the news and seeing floods here, floods there. It's like, no shit, we knew that was going to happen.
We knew that
because
was going to happen.
The parched ground doesn't absorb the rain for some reason. So it's all going to run off. And all them waterways and things you've left that have been now clogged up with fucking shit and branches and everything else and leaves.
What's this? Sorry?
Guess what?
What's been clogged up?
All drains. They've been clogged up with dust and shit.
I know, right? Look at that. He's got a hash brown. He's got a hash brown. I fucking love it.
Good man.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Rev.
Don't show my missus your one.
I'll tell you what, Rev better be buying me a hash brown on Sunday morning. I'll be well up there.
I think you're going to get more of
the knife and fork glued to your helmet.
I'll tell you what, BVB's got a good point there. If we ever do get the flood side, we better just go to a boat. We'll be all right then.
I'll tell you what, if we flood, I'm going to just inflate my tyres.
What bike have you got, Roland? I'm just trying to look at your cover photo on YouTube and I can't work it out.
Several. Go for it, Rowley.
Oh no! What's the one that looks like a sports tourer from the side here on your cover?
It's a hyperbike, the ZX14R.
Oh, okay, I love that.
And an M109R.
Okay, fair enough. Nice little mix there. I do like that 14.
Rowley is a superstar amongst bikes. He's got them, and he's got the cars as well. So.
Oh, I like that.
It's only because I've got the space.
Yeah, this is it. In Australia, you got enough fucking space for all this stuff.
Rowley's got cars that will make you wet just looking. He really has. He really has.
Haven't even got to get in them. Just look at them.
Just look. What cars you got, Rowley? Come on.
I got a 1977 5.2 litre Chrysler Charger, which is 500 horsepower plus 150 horsepower of nitrous.
Is there no like ULEZ thing, like ultra low emission zone in Australia? Are you not doing the push on low emissions at the moment, or
no?
We are fucked in this country.
The other car I've got's an AMG 420 SEC Mercedes coupe.
Okay, Joe, what? It's impressive to most people, but so far I'm more impressed with the first one. I'm not a Merc man, but yeah, fair enough.
And my daily drive is a supercharged Statesman.
That's a daily. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
what third world are we living in, Si?
At this point, we all say, "I want to be Rowley." You really do. Yeah.
I have to admit, though, it's missing a Jag. I do.
No, we got a Jag.
What Jag have you got? Look at Si's face.
Twin turbo XFS.
Oh, I do like a Jag. I fucking love them. That is ridiculous. Why, Si? We're fucked.
This man down here has got it all. All right.
Why do we live it? Why do we live in a third world country? Like honestly,
it's space, guys. It's space. That's what it is.
I know. Over there, I could own an extra.
The man down here has spent his life accumulating it,
and we've also got a pit bike on
aspire
as
to.
well.
That's true. Over the years, just acquiring all these cars, but over here, it doesn't matter how long you've spent, how much money you've spent. Don't give a shit. The government is still trying to take it away from you. Oh, you can't drive that. You can't drive that. Every time you start it up, you kill a polar bear. It's like, oh, fucking hell. And this is what pisses me off, right? There's a big push in the UK to like do all this low emission stuff. But until countries like America, China, Australia start doing it, nothing's ever going to change. We're too small to actually make any impact on the world.
With us, we're a country that's not too much less than, say, the USA. But we've got the population of our country, which is half of Texas.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you've got all the space.
So you can have 4 cars and not even populate 1/4 of the USA.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah. Well under that. Well under that. Yeah.
Mental. We're living in the wrong country, Si.
Yeah, me, you, partners, etc. Visas, Australia.
Should we just go do it? Should we all just fucking chip in, buy a house in Australia, and call it the MK Motovloggers Go Wild in Aussie or something?
No, we won't buy a house in Australia. Rowley, have you got a spare shed?
Yeah. Over here, that would be the size of our house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, my shed has got 3 bikes in it and 2 cars, and it's chopped up to the eyeballs.
Shed or garage? Just out of interest.
Shed.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we could get 2 families in there, Rhythmic. What do you reckon?
Mind you, if you guys sold your houses over there and came here, you'd buy a mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once the tax was done with us, and the export tax was done with us, and the other tax was done with us, we'd have no fucking money.
That's why I live that homeless life, mate. Taxman doesn't know I exist. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's sometimes I genuinely, when I went over to America, and I was looking at some of the house prices there, and you think that's fucking mental. What the money of a house in the UK buys you in America? It's just stupid, absolutely stupid.
Yeah, it was just similar here. You know, your prices of houses are just ridiculous. I mean, granted, over in the eastern states, because I'm in the central south. But over in the eastern states, the prices are getting quite up there as well. I mean, sort of around about $1 million for the average house.
Wow.
But here, sort of around 400 to 600 is the average price of a house, you know. But you're buying probably 3 times or 4 times more the land and the size of the house to what you guys are for the same sort of money. You know what I mean?
God, in London, that would just buy you a fucking basic house.
Yeah.
Basic, maybe.
Flat, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Some of the flats are about that much money.
Yeah.
Mental.
I mean, where I am, the suburb I'm in, most of the blocks of land sizes are 800 square meters.
Fucking hell. That is insane. Do you have a lot of freedom as well on like building on your own land? Or is there a lot of like permissions you got to go through and stuff like that if you wanted to build like more sheds or more garages and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. All you do is put in an application to the council and they just overview it to make sure you're not going to be building on any, what do you call it, over any sort of piping or anything like that, you know, stormwater pipes or anything, sewerage pipes and that sort of stuff. And that's about it. You can build right onto the boundary if you like.
Wow.
Not often do people do that, but yeah, you can put a wall straight on a boundary, but you need the neighbour's permission to do that. But apart from that, no, you can put up as many buildings as you like.
That is mental.
I'm in Adelaide. Adelaide, if you can visualise the centre of the country and go straight down south, that's Adelaide.
Yeah.
No, they've got it. They've got it sussed out.
Rhythmic and I are both sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm going to move.
Yeah, I'm young. I ain't got any kids. I like motorbikes. Let's go.
I'm young. I've got
we literally got heaps of people from the UK here. We literally have heaps of people from the UK that live here.
Yeah. See, that's what it's about. That is what it's about. I could do my same job as well over there because I work for a council here, doing what sort of stuff you've just said about, storm pipes and stuff. I just basically look after the roads and the footways and the. Oh, yeah. We do a lot of stuff like that. People who want like VXOs, like drop curbs for their driveways. I go and look at that.
Do you?
I do. I work for the council. That's part of my job, mate. When people put in a VXO application, a drop curb application,
I'm going to send you a postcode. Come around and have a look.
Have you not got a drop curb for your drive?
No.
How do you get on your drive?
Bounce.
Off
Smash
the curb.
The rims.
Off the curb.
Yeah.
That's an illegal crossing. Good have you. I'm having you for that.
Have me. Try it.
I've got you on. To be fair, we did have to say to this woman.
Since 1985, it's been a access and egress. So yeah, try it.
I don't get it. So you genuinely smash up the curb, like you get up the curb and go onto your drive.
Yeah.
The council probably would give you a VXO.
Is that free?
Yeah, you guys don't even have your own garages, do you?
I have a garage.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But I that's only because I've only ever lived places with garages. I just wouldn't move into a place that didn't have a garage. It's my only criteria. I couldn't care if the next door house or if the house I'm moving into is the famous house of 17 million murders. I couldn't care what happened in the house as long as it's got the garage.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Wow.
Yeah. No, but to be fair, a lot of people do come round sometimes and they see the garage and go, "That's bloody lucky." And actually get that, it's like, yeah, that's it. It's my only criteria for a house.
Yeah.
Spiders. Yeah.
So which part of the country are you in?
Same as Simon, sort of Milton Keynes. Yeah, sort of just 70 minutes off, sort of north of London. Unfortunately, but I lived in London for 4 years and then I moved up to Milton Keynes.
Right.
So yeah, a lot cheaper here. And not as much bullshit about the I no longer have to pay a congestion charge and a ULEZ charge, because in London now, if you drive your car or if you drive a bike older than like 2010 or whatever it is, you have to pay the ULEZ charge, which is the low emissions charge, if your bike or car doesn't comply with the low emissions that they've put in place now.
Holy crap.
When I used to drive my old car, it used to cost me £12.50 for congestion to drive in London, and then it used to cost me another £12.50 for the ULEZ charge, and that's per 24 hours. So if you did it 2 days, that's £25 for the day, and then so 2 days it's 50 quid. So 4 days it's 100 quid. You know, that's just drive.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about putting people off. The idea for me is to put people off, obviously driving in London with old cars or anything like that, or old bikes. But it's just bullshit, because what if you've got a fella?
It is bullshit.
What if you've got a fella like when I lived in London? I used to go to the Ace Cafe a lot. I used to see a lot of boys, at the Ace Cafe who had some nights they'd have classic car nights and classic bike nights, and all these guys are just being fucked. They're just being fucked. Do you know what I mean? Because it's costing them a bomb now to keep that thing going. Yeah. And then, London just want to get it all off the road. That's it. They just don't want it to exist. They want it scrapped.
That's like Japan.
Yeah, it is proper bullshit. And then you see all these advertisements on billboards in London saying, "Oh, bring in your whatever it is." They just say, "Bring in the old family Reliant car to your local Volkswagen dealership, and we'll give you a great exchange rate on the new electric E Polo or the new electric E Golf." And it's no one fucking cares. Like, no one wants it. Just stop trying to ram it down my throat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
No, I don't know where we've lost this idea that all of a sudden internal combustion isn't good anymore, and it's bad and it's evil and it's the killer of all fucking good in the world. Electric's the way forward. I just don't get it.
Internal combustion will outlive me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, we don't have anything like that remotely at all.
It's fucking dream, isn't it? It's just dream world.
You can still drive around in a ancient old Morris Oxford or something, no one will give a shit.
That's what I want to do.
The only problem is those things go about 10 foot and then they boil.
I was about to say, there's the heat. I tell you what, Simon, you'll love this. Red the other day, Red and me were talking about potentially like doing a project. Do you know what I mean? Like a project fixer-upper. And we thought about bikes. And then we thought, fuck it, we could probably do some old cars. You know what I mean? And then he showed me this fucking stupid, shitty little. It only cost $1,000, and it's already titled project. So it's like, right, someone's given up on it.
It's not built.
No, but it's a £1,000 project, Reliant Robin, and he's like. Yeah, Red's like, we could go in on that. He goes, and Red, we could drive that. We could drive that. I go, yeah, wouldn't fucking want to though, but why not?
Just don't turn a corner.
Oh, well, that's the problem. Milton Keynes is the land of the roundabouts. God, we love a roundabout.
Do an engine transplant.
A Reliant Robin is a brilliant project.
Yeah, it is a brilliant. You could have so much fun with it
because they've got so much class in.
Mm.
I mean, just go watch any any episode of Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah,
You know,
that's it. Boom.
Go that way.
There was a bloke on
And-
this same website who had done an Only Fools and Horses replica, but he wanted
Oh,
about $7,500 for the Reliant Robin. It was like, fucking hell.
Turn it into a trike. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, reverse it. Yeah, that's
So
true.
what
Don't know
size,
that.
what size engine are those things got in them? They're like under 1,000 cc, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were 750, and I think it was 1,000. I can't.
Were they
Front row.
2-cylinder or 4-cylinder?
2.
2. Yeah. I don't think they ever made the market here for some reason.
No, really?
Not enough cylinders. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Not enough cylinders. Not enough.
And-
not enough brake horsepower. Not a two. Probably the emissions weren't high enough.
When they said it's less than 1,000 cc, is it a push bike?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
pretty much.
Fucking hell, God! Especially with some of the figures that you were listing off at the start there, Roland. I have got a 500 brake horsepower with an extra 100 brake horsepower. Fucking hell, yeah. Reliant Robin ain't going to be anywhere near it.
Nowhere
Yeah,
near.
my Merc, I think, is punching out 322 kilowatt.
See what I mean, Si? Fucking, can you imagine how much tax you'd have to give to the government to drive one of those here?
I'll tell you what, it just makes
Fueling
me
liquid
fucking
4.2
weak
litre.
thinking of it.
Yeah, because you guys pay by engine size, don't you?
Yeah,
And that
That's prejudice.
and
It's
emissions.
prejudice.
and now Simon is right now. So now it's engine size, and then they factor in the emissions of the bike or the
Right.
car, or whatever. So if it's something that does shit like listed shit on the emissions score, you're paying through the arse for it.
No. Right.
Because, well, and it pisses you off. It pisses me off so much because when I lived in London, they were just introducing the ULEZ. I actually only moved out of London because of it. Because I had an old 2001 bike and I said I can't afford to keep running it. My car as well was older than the guideline, and I literally said to them, it makes no sense. You're making this big push saying we need a cleaner London, a cleaner UK, a cleaner world, but for the price of £12.50, all of that concern goes away. That's bullshit. £12.50 is not all of a sudden.
£12.50 going.
Oh, well, it was going to the fucking, I think, to put cameras because remember, they couldn't just use the cameras that were in place. They had to do ULEZ cameras. And I think putting them all up cost well over sort of £3 million.
Yeah.
So immediately have to start, counteracting some of that.
Wow.
Good night, boating.
Good night, BBB. Hoping she should
I,
be there.
I find it very difficult to move over to the UK. And
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Simple as don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
yeah. That's pretty bad.
We are fucked left, right, and centre. So,
This is it, because you always speak to other people. You always speak to people in other countries, and they always are amazed about things, how it's ran here. Not necessarily like just the country, just literally the stuff like tax and
Well,
why.
the impression I get is that any possible way some pimple-faced bureaucrat can think of to make a buck over there, they will do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. This was the bullshit, like stuff like during lockdown, when obviously COVID was here, all the Conservative MPs, the people that are in charge now, they all got a little bit of money each to put towards maintaining their second homes. And it's shit like that you just think, hang on a minute, we're in a fucking crisis.
Yeah.
I don't mind that happening whenever else. Like if the country was booming, if our economy was absolutely top drawer and people weren't suffering, by all means, you give as much money to all the workers as you want. You build third homes. I don't give a toss.
Yeah.
But time and a place. And just all
And you guys have got so many refugees sucking off your system. It's unbelievable.
Well, that's always been the thing, isn't it? It's always.
You need a huge net to scoop them all up and just chuck them overboard.
I would love to have that net. I really would.
I love that net.
That way Simon can go delivering his post, lifting up the little flap going, oh, egg and peas.
Egg and peas.
Bean,
Yes.
bean and eggs, bacon. Yeah, there'll be none of this curry puff and shit.
I can't imagine that.
By the way, most Australians are quite prejudiced.
Well, to be fair, I was about to say,
Really?
I can't imagine in Adelaide, for example, you get anywhere close to how different like London is. I lived in London 4 years. It's a very weird place to go, and you meet people. I used to meet people in work environments, like new people, and go, "Oh, you're right." And
you feel like you're overseas in there.
Well, this was it, and it wasn't. It started to get so uncommon that, and I don't mind. I'm one of those. I don't mind to an extent.
I'm a white man in my own country.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those things where I don't mind it to an extent, but like there does come times where it's okay. So we've hired whatever such and such here. Everyone meet such and such. Oh, you're right. Just bear in mind they don't speak English, or they're English. And it's like, how do I work then?
Yeah,
I'm all right with them being here, but you want to put them in a job with us that requires communication, and unless there's a translator who's going to follow us around, this ain't going to work, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's stuff like that. But I suppose they don't even need jobs like that anymore. I mean, a lot of them came over a lot of generations ago, and they've now started businesses and started industries, and they can now just hire, family, friends, people who come overseas as well. And that's a lot of the time. I mean, like, again, it always goes back to that saying, doesn't it? You can be the most open-minded person in the world. In some way or another, you're probably going to look after your own at some point before anyone else, because that's what I think we do. I think people do it as tribal. I've said no matter where you go in the world, everybody, you go to first world civilization, everyone is still tribal in some aspect. I'm a huge football fan, massive football fan. I've got my club logo tattooed on my arm. The minute I find out someone supports Manchester United, I immediately have a dislike to them. I think he could be the nicest fella in the world, but I think, no, you must be a wanker. There must be something about you that makes you a tosser. Do you know what I mean? And it's that, you're tribal. It is tribal. It's I wear different colours to you. That's all it is. You could almost say it about Simon with motorcycling. I ride a Triumph and he fucking hates it.
I don't fucking hate it. You know I don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. But it is that. I think everywhere you go around the world.
There's certainly an element to that, isn't it? That's for sure.
Yeah, it's this tribal thing. And like I say, the ones that have come over here like decades ago, and they've started their businesses, they've started their things, and now they're just going to, of course, it's human nature. They're now going to look after their own. When more of them come overseas, immediately they're going to give them the jobs, because they're now in the position.
You've got a mosque on every corner and all the rest of the shit.
We do have nearly a mosque on quite a few corners. We have a lot in Milton Keynes. There's one in don't know if you've ever drove past it, Simon, but in Coffee Hall. You drive past Coffee Hall, and up the hill where there used to be a big field, like that's a mosque, but it's right smack bang in of a residential estate. And I'm all right with mosques and everything like that, but when it comes to the parking lot for that mosque isn't big enough, so they all just start parking their cars wherever they fucking want, and then you can't drive through Coffee Hall because they've blocked all the junctions with the cars. It's mental, isn't it? Yeah. I'm one of these. I always look past whatever it is that, I look past the mosque, I look past whatever their name is, and I just think, no, listen, if you think that's acceptable to drive a car and park a car like that, whilst I don't give a fuck what time it is, I don't give a fuck what celebration or what God is demanding your attention. If you think it's acceptable to park a car like that, you are a knob. There's no second way about it. You are a knob. I couldn't give a toss what book says. So it's stuff like that. Priorities.
Yeah, I'm a great believer of when in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Yep.
And when they don't, they stand out like dog's balls.
I have to admit, I was in Southern America, or just about 2019, the year before COVID. One of my friends over there was getting married. She's English and was getting married to an American. She was becoming an American fucking citizen, wanted to live over there. Her dream's always been America, but she lived in the state with her partner in Mississippi. And whilst we're over there, so we're in the South. I don't have much of an interest for like places like New York and Miami anyway, because I think you can find them all over the world. But Southern America was an experience. And we spent 2 nights in Memphis. We spent a night in Nashville, And then we went to Alabama. We went to Grant Summit Mountains in Alabama, and we had this lovely wood cabin. But I'll never forget going to a bar. This bar in the middle of this town, Chica something in Alabama, and I ordered a drink. And this bloke on the bar immediately goes, "Oh, you're not from here, are you?" And it's like, nope, no, of course not. You've spotted the accent in the middle of my
Well, that's a surprise.
yeah. For what surprise? Yes, I'm from England. And he literally pulled up his chair fucking next to me. He goes, you'll have to tell me something. He goes, I love England. He says, I love it. He goes, how the fuck have you gone from a British Empire that conquered the fucking globe, he says, to what you are today? He says, I'll never, he goes, he goes, please tell me how you did it. And I was like,
it's a hell of a question.
I had to give him a bit of a sarky answer of, well, I don't know, mate. Because at the time I was only 24, so 23. So I was like, don't know, mate, not that old. But he has a point. You know, it's interesting to see how some countries have reversed how the ways were and shot up. And, you know, the UK is progressively getting worse and worse and worse to live. And fascinating stuff.
The only thing about the UK for me is how the hell does it make a buck?
I don't know. I don't know. Maggie Thatcher sold all of our shit that we owned.
Yeah.
She sold all the water, all the gas, all the electric. So don't own any of that shit anymore. I don't know how we make any money, really.
Yeah. No, that puzzles me.
Yeah.
Here it's easy. We dig holes in the ground and find shit and sell it.
You can't dig any holes here. There's a fucking building, a high-rise flat on every part of fucking land.
Yeah.
Trust me, Milton Keynes, where we are now, I know Milton Keynes, where we live now, is a prime example of it. Si, the minute there's a field, the minute there's a fucking piece of land that someone goes, holy shit, we ain't built on that. That's it, built. It's just, and it goes up so quickly. And then before you know it, they've moved 450 brand new families into the area. They're already an area that's deprived and struggling to fund for everyone that's there. But no, keep moving people in. They'll be all right.
Connect up into an old failing infrastructure. Yeah.
I am interested. I know I won't be here, but I'd love to see the UK in like 500 years' time, just to see what's happened. How did it progress? How did it go? What did it eventually just fall and die? What happens? But it does. I don't know, some big sort of recession or something.
Yeah.
Fucking mental. Oh dear. You're right, Simon. You look dead.
I'm fucked.
Just in a word.
He is. Bless him.
I started work at 7 o'clock this morning, and it's now,
that's not healthy, mate. That's something wrong with that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah. I don't even get out of bed that time.
Oh dear.
That's shocking.
That's the post office for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it would be.
Bless
what do you start in the council? About 9 o'clock?
Meant to. Meant to. What time I actually start, I cannot disclose. It's one of those. Right. The council's a very laid-back job. I'm not going to lie to you because.
Well, it sounds very similar to here then.
Yeah, it's so laid back. We so basically, my actual job title is highways safety inspector and enforcer. But the problem is we don't have enough money to do much maintenance. And we don't have much of a legal team for me to do the enforcement. So I have been out. I've been out. What day is it? The 13th. I've been out once this month on the road, on the network of my local area.
Yeah.
Once out of 13 days, I've only ever been out in my van one day, and that was to do. I had a meeting with a councillor in a little village who just wanted to moan about flowers. To which I literally said, listen, love, we ain't even got the money for major fucking potholes, let alone flowers. That ain't happening. I had to go send a fine. I had to give a fine to a gentleman. This is what pisses me off as well. We don't send fines out. We go and hand deliver them.
Oh,
fucking,
yeah.
you just
You're a
ask.
bailiff as well.
No, so when I say fines, we can't take anything unless our legal team goes to court and gets that shit won in court or whatever. But stuff like what Simon was describing, an illegal VXO, where someone's crossing over the curb, we don't really do that. We should because it's wrote there that it is council property and they're smashing it up. But we had this fucker who just kept his house was right next to a bus stop. So where the bus stop's here and his house is here. So he thinks he's got the right to park in front of the bus stop because that's where his house is. We've informed him he can't do that. And he's ignored us. He's ignored us for about 7 months and he's just been laughing 7 months. And in the end, finally, the legal team got back to me and went, yeah, we'll slap him with a £150 fine. So they send you the letter, you have to print it out. And then I have to go knock on his door and you have to physically hand it to him. And they all do the same shit every time. They fucking open it up and go, "Oh, get fucked," and they just rip it up in front of you and call you a cunt and everything. And so no, just an average day. But yeah, we ain't got any money. we ain't got any money. We haven't got any money. It's the same. Every council up and down the country is moaning about the same thing at the moment. All the money distributed by central government isn't a lot, and it's just given to central government, and we don't get much at all.
But that makes doing your job really, really hard.
It does, yeah. And unfortunately, the roads here as well. I mean, I'm sure there's worse places. There's always somewhere worse. But yeah, we get a lot of complaints about conditions of roads and conditions of footways and conditions like, oh, when
I noticed the roads when I watch Simon's videos.
Yeah. We have a lot of problem at the moment, especially on sort of some of the roads Simon might be on, like country roads and stuff, where because the way our country roads were built, they were never curbed. And the minute something isn't curbed, you allow the tarmac to, over the years, will start to sump down into the verge and will eventually fall into the grass. So what we're happening at the moment, and the more tarmac that starts to sink to the side, it starts to pull weight, almost like an elastic band. So all the cracking, we call it scabbing, all the scabbing will just start happening right down the center of the road. But the problem is we don't deem scabbing as an emergency defect. So we don't look at it and go, that don't need any work. The only time we'll do anything is when the road has physically split in fucking half, like Armageddon's coming. Satan arises from the ground, like, you know.
Two lose a bike in it,
Yeah, this is the thing. And
you
especially
can stand your bike up in it,
This is it. Me being a biker, I've actually said to some of my colleagues, I look at things a bit different. You guys probably all look at it like, oh, my car probably ride over that pretty all right. I ride over things going, if I hit that in my bike, I'm feeling that. That is going right through the fucking handlebars and right into my arm. So I try to do as much as possible. But again, we can only look at we can only find the defect, spray the defect with this shitty paint, write down what we want to do and how deep we want to dig and what traffic management we're going to have to put in place. And the minute you then go to the fucking planning team and say, this is what I want to do, they do it within minutes. They go, they get a calculator and they start calculating how much the rate is for tarmac, how much is the rate for over-banded rubber, which is the rubber that keeps the tarmac within the ground, how much is a road closure on that day in that area at that specific fucking time. And they literally just straight away go, no. Because they've weighed it up that it's not priority work and they can't justify spending the money, especially with the way TM's going in this country as well. To close anything down at the moment costs a fortune. To close a major road at the moment that I need to do so much patching on it, but the patching I think comes to just about $1,000 less than what the TM is costing us. And they just don't want to do it. Because when we close the road down, we have to come up with plans to reroute the buses. We have to put diversion signs for all the residents, anybody coming off the motorway. And that shit costs money.
And as much as everybody wants it, they'd be complaining like crap because you closed the road down to fix it.
That's what another thing annoys me. Thankfully, I don't work in customer service, but I have some friends who work in customer service for the council, and they say to me most of the calls they get are, why have you decided to close such and such roads on a Tuesday? I use that on Tuesday to go to work.
Yeah.
And the answer is, well, I'm so sorry we didn't consult with you on your fucking schedule of work. So, you know, fuck off. What would you rather us do? Never do it, never close it. And this is it. Sometimes you don't do it, they moan you don't do it. You do it, they moan you did it. And
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, no, I've said it to everyone. Thank fuck the council's a good paying job. And I won't lie, it is a good paying job. But I've never had anyone ever in my sort of 2.5 years of doing it. I've never had anyone come up to me and go, "Thank you so much. You've done such a good job. I'm so happy that we have a council." I've had everything else. I've had you. I pay your wage. Oh, I love that one. I absolutely love that one. Oh, I pay your wage, you prick. Do you? Because I don't see your name on.
Well, give me a pay rise then.
Yeah, I might say, well, I've got a friend called Simon who's just taught me all about strike. So,
bloody hell! I thought my industry was hard. Oh well, there you go.
No, mine's not hard. Like I say, it's an easy job. It's and like I say, as long as you're not an emotional guy. Like we have a few people that have come, started, done the job for a month, and then left. But I've always said I've never been like punched or anything. I always get the typical, "Oh, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?" And I'm just very easy. I tell them, I tell them, well, I've got a nice silk pillowcase, you see, and that just helps my hair, and I'm just really comfy, and they fucking moan at you all the time, and you're the root of all fucking evil, or I'm going to start paying my council tax, then you'll be evicted. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Like it's just that they don't see. They're angry at the council. You're there with the council logo. You're the only one they see. So it can always be worse. The parking enforcement guys, they get punched. I've seen some of them come back to the desk with blood pouring down, and they're like, "Oh, you're all right." And he goes, "Yeah, I got some guy who owned a fucking BMW arrested this afternoon. He clocked me round the face." I went, "For a parking ticket." That's all it is, you know what I mean? Could be worse.
Anyway.
Yes,
Are you wrapping it up? Are you wrapping it up, Si? Have you had enough?
I am wrapping it up. Yeah.
You look like you're dying, mate.
I am fucking dying. Yeah.
No blame. But no, I'm looking forward to Sunday.
But like I said, I started work at 7 o'clock this morning, so I'm well past my bedtime. So
your bedtime. Awesome. Been awesome, mate. Been awesome.
I'll tell you what, I've loved Rhythmic on this stream. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, bless. Adding some youth to it.
Just that nappies, here he is.
Yeah, this is it.
Rolly?
Just that nappies.
Yeah, Rolly, thank you. As always. Pleasure to have you along. All right.
Much love. See you on Sunday morning, Si.
Just go through what you're doing this weekend, and we'll call it a night. So, Rhythmic.
So what am I doing this weekend? Tomorrow morning, I am going to On Your Bike in Aylesbury, which is a horrible Kawasaki and Ducati dealership, and we're gonna have a nice coffee morning in there. That'll be all pleasant. And then on Sunday, Simon rocking it up with you, going to the mental health awareness event by Brandon, Crazy Dad. So yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend, I think.
Rolly.
I got to finish off writing up some reports, and then apart from that, this weekend, not much, mate. The weather's shocking. It's miserable, wet, foggy, cold. So yeah, probably it's just be all indoors.
It's going to be great when it's that. That's us in 2 months' time.
Yeah, that's going to be us in Monday.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Monday. I don't know why I'm getting so optimistic. 2 months.
I'm going to check out your videos as well whilst I'm there, May, as well.
Thank you so much, mate. Yeah, I will return the favour for sure.
Yeah, if you go to my channel, you have to scroll right down the bottom to see some cars, or scroll right through. I'm a mixed bag of lollies, mate. I'll do all sorts.
No, all good. Yeah, sometimes that's what you need. A bit boring if you're just doing all the motor vlogging stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's it for me. Not much, gentlemen.
Right.
Yourself, Simon?
Well, I'm doing a ride with a leaky SD on Sunday.
Take that, you can't.
No, mental health awareness ride Sunday. It's quite important, and
yeah,
means a lot.
That sort of stuff I keep well away from. the whole mental health thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the area I work in, and I don't want to spend my weekends doing that shit.
No, I can imagine if you spend Monday to Friday doing it, the last thing you want is more days. Yeah, of course. No, that's fair enough. At least
I get it. I get it, but I'm doing it for my stepdaughter Lisa, who committed suicide a couple of years ago. So.
Bless. Always the best.
I'm doing it for her. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, thank you guys.
No worries. Take care. Have a good week.
Of course.
Take care.
And
I'm gonna try and run an outro. It might not work. Who knows?
Run the outro, see if it happens.
Take care, guys. All the
Take it
best.
easy, mate.
Love you.
Yeah. Well, almost there.